Before this video starts, I'd like to give some information before we go into it. Because as best as we try to explain this stuff in the video, there's some parts that were a little iffy. Pretty much in this episode, we talk about how me, Matt, and Spyro met and all the crazy stuff we went through, and how we got even into New Bloom. Even pretty much all the big events in New Bloom. To give you guys some rough outline of events, we met Haxiclesticks, a Disneyland server. We then got invited to an SMP called Cherry Blossom, where we really started to get to know each other. We then got invited into another Disneyland server by someone named Sky, but instead this time we were actually building like the whole server and all that cool stuff. After that, we had a small Hypixel phase, and that's when we actually got into New Bloom. Which, the main New Bloom we're talking about, had, 4 seasons, total. Because now, how we do it, we have, like, things that don't technically count as, like, the big 4 seasons. Because we kind of, like, shifted directions. But we're mainly going to talk about the 4 big, seasons of New Bloom. There's more information in the description if you are, confused with any of this. There's also some videos to watch for more context. If you also have any other questions, leave them in the comments and I'll try my best to answer it. But anyways, have fun with my bad Hypixel gameplay and enjoy this long crazy story we are about to talk about. Hello, my name is Crimpwheel and welcome to the Wheelhouse. That's the name of the thing, right?
Yeah. I think so.
You need us to confirm it to you?
Yeah. Today
Yeah,
I'm joined by Matt and Spyro. Yippee.
Hello.
I can't believe this.
You can't? I
Don't
mean, you
believe
did.
it.
No, like, it's hard to get Matt.
I'm just so busy. My
He's
schedule's
just so
packed.
busy.
He's,
His schedule's
he's
so full.
unbelievably busy. It's just impossible to get a hold of him. It's just like he's got so much going
Yeah,
on.
he's so mean to me.
What?
Too.
You've been mean to me all day.
What do
I
you
don't know what
mean?
I mean, oh, that kind of goes against me being busy. We haven't been in call all day.
all
We
day.
haven't. We haven't. No.
No, definitely not. No, definitely
Yeah, no, it's not like you two were literally on call since Matt woke up.
not. Nope. I don't know what I'm talking about. I've been in school all day.
No, you have not.
Yeah, I've been doing schooling.
Schooling?
Yep. I teach.
What do you teach? What class? What? If you
It's
were a
definitely not
teacher, what
history.
class would you teach? That's literally all the jokes you've been doing today.
Dude, I did the Shut Up 101, obviously.
What'd you just say?
What'd you say?
The Shut Up 101.
Oh my god.
The-
You can't throw back to jokes that were said only in our call. You can't.
Oh my god.
He would teach Shut Up 101.
What is Shut Up 101?
Where you shut up.
This is the stuff I miss when I literally did nothing today. I don't know why I didn't hop on call. I just sat there and did nothing today. Yeah.
No,
It's
I did
on
big
for not
important
inviting you.
stuff.
You did nothing important.
Yes,
I mean, you did record 2 of these.
I did.
But,
Exactly.
He did.
but
He's
other
a little
than
more
that, you just
proactive.
made me go mad.
You've been
And
playing
not like the
Zelda all
old
day.
mad where it means crazy. You made me mad.
What am I supposed to do, man?
You act like that's just your innate thing. Like that's just every time you join call, that's what you do.
Yeah,
That's
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 normal?
mean.
you're mean. Anyways,
You need to shave.
Dude, we're great at this. It's gonna go great.
Anyways,
Oh my
today we're
God.
gonna kind of discuss like how we all 3 met because it's kind of a interesting story.
Yeah, because you privated the
Shut up.
original.
Well, that was just A113.
I mean, that kind of explains.
It's a big chunk.
That
It
is a good
is.
chunk.
It is. It is a solid chunk.
Well, then we're redoing it. There.
This is the redo.
This is the redo. This is take 2.
Oh my god.
God, but we don't have a script, and you're not reading it.
Line.
Like you're.
Line. How do you think I do these things? I don't have a script.
You just
Yeah, I
ramble.
know. I've heard you stutter, and you called AJR AJR.
Okay, I don't want to hear it.
Friggin' Guido.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't. That was scary.
Watch all the crimpy content to get caught up on these jokes. You're welcome.
Oh my god.
Dude, we're great advertisers.
We're good actors. Okay.
What did you just attempt to say?
I've been playing too much today, okay? Leave me alone.
You went crazy today.
I don't. Okay. Okay.
We're not getting through half.
No,
of these.
no, we're getting through all of these things. We'll do it.
Oh
All right.
my gosh.
Haxiclesticks.
Part
Matt,
2?
explain what it is.
Okay, so there's like they made Disneyland in Minecraft,
They made-
and then Haxicle was kind of like the most stable, or like
It was the first. It was
at the
definitely
time
the
it was
first
like the best
open.
one, I think.
Was
It
it
was the first
one?
open. It was the best. It was the first and the best at the
Yeah.
time when it was like at its peak. You know, it was like because it was coming out with new updates and it had been around for so long. I mean, it probably was
Yeah.
the first public one that's not just like a map. It was a
True.
server. So it was more than just like someone who's like, I did like this side project and here's a map for you guys to download. It was a server being run with functional rides too. I forget what the
And the collectibles were just really
true.
fleshed out.
They
It
were.
was
The
like
collectibles
you have
were
an
great.
end game that you get to, and it's like, man,
Yeah, and then when you get the chaser, it definitely felt rewarding because it's like you spent so long just to like sit there and I mean you were sitting there doing
Dude,
nothing.
I
but
grinded so many hours into that server. All I did is I went on rides, and I'm like, dude, what else am I supposed to do?
That was your truck simulator at the time.
But it was worse
feel like-
because I did nothing. I just sat there. Like, what else am I
mean,
supposed to do?
it's a good.
You
like,
were
at least it's
also
not
like
just
3
sitting at a
years
wall.
younger.
Yeah.
And
But-
you all
so I should have
do.
lived
You
my
had no
life.
schoolwork.
I was 3 years younger.
Has
I was
anyone ever
wasting
done
my
anything
childhood.
well in their life.
You were
I know
wasting
that,
your
yeah.
childhood.
I
You
was
literally played GTA.
Yeah, that's better than going on Minecraft rides.
I mean, to be fair, if you didn't, we wouldn't be here.
That's true.
Would you even be doing YouTube if it wasn't for that?
Yeah,
Still, you would. You would
I
still
mean,
be doing YouTube.
It's a
probably.
dream.
It's my dreams.
It's what he's
Spyro.
born to do.
I don't know. I mean, I
We're
probably
in the
would've.
origin story right now.
Cause I made YouTube videos before, like everything. I mean, not
You're
good
gonna make a
ones,
Did you
but-
do
creepy
this
what if
consistently?
well, yeah, cause I was young. I didn't do it, obviously. But
I mean, would you have been committed to it though?
I don't know, man. Maybe.
That's what if? What if Crippy Wheel never met the gang?
Can we
But
do
honestly-
that? That'd be so cool.
Do a what if?
Do a
Yeah.
what if? But Crippy would. Crippy would just be normal.
Episode 1, it shows like, here's where we are now, and then it shows you completely doing something else. Next episode is focused on Spyro. Next
Dude, what
on
if
me,
Crippy
and
would
then
just
the
be
fifth
soccer
one, we all
person?
come back.
Dude, that's like a movie.
Crippy
script
fully
right there.
committed to what? You was soccer, right? You were in soccer. Am I
mean,
remembering this correctly?
I was really young when I was in soccer. I didn't like it.
I mean, like you went back to it because you're like, well.
Oh no, I would never
This-
go back to soccer. No.
Oh, got it.
Yeah,
I was
no, I
trying to
wasn't
make like
into
a
that.
what if where like you like didn't do YouTube, you didn't play online anymore. You just like you went full in person.
No, I'd be playing video
Oh,
games
you know
still.
what? Like,
yeah, you go back
No,
to GTA.
yeah.
Make a presser up too for real.
Dude, that would have been scary if I ever did that.
dude, Shrimpy would have been working in a Disney server right now.
I honestly probably, yeah.
if
That's the biggest thing. I think after Haxicles went down, if he
If
didn't go
we
straight
never-
to A103,
yeah.
then
I mean,
sorry,
I-
spoilers.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, spoilers. Haxiclesticks went down. I mean, I still remember. I know I mentioned this off, but yeah. So the reason why I rejoined Haxicles at the time, so I was playing Mineplex, and Jab Vader was on Mineplex talking about Haxiclesticks.
Oh,
And-
That's seriously how you
gosh.
found it?
Yes, that's how I refound it. I knew about Haxiclesticks prior because I went on it years ago.
Yeah.
But I was on Mineplex, just playing around. You know, it's just
R.I.P.
it's a college night. Oh yeah, R.I.P. Mineplex. Literally got shut down.
Yeah,
today.
literally the day
The
the day we're recording is the day it goes down.
Yeah.
But so Jab Vader is the guy who I spoke to about it, and that's when I joined back. I was like, oh yeah, I remember this when I was younger, and literally that was how I joined back and started being an active member in the community again.
Crazy.
I don't know why I got so involved in the community, because that's not the kind of person I normally am to do, and then I just became the kind of person I was after Haxiclesticks.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was so intimidated by you. Not gonna lie.
Bruh.
Was I that scary?
Yeah, you were actually.
Not like scary, but
What?
like
You kind of were.
Like, yeah.
Was I that? What did I do?
I mean,
That was
Nothing.
So
It was
scary.
just like
nothing.
that's the.
I was trying to
right
like make peace with you by buying the rank. I'm like, please don't hurt me. Here's the rank.
What was I so scary?
No, I'm joking.
I don't know.
You're just.
It's like
No, everyone was
Did I-
scary.
authority. Big authority.
I had authority and I didn't even do, but I wasn't an admin at the time. I wasn't
I
even
know.
staff.
It's so scary somehow though.
So it is right. Everyone's afraid of me when they first meet me, including you two. God, I didn't think I was that scary.
It is scary.
Is it just confidence? Was that it?
Maybe. Actually.
Probably, honestly.
Clear my throat. I keep muting to clear my throat.
I didn't think it would be confidence. That's so. God, I know you guys were afraid of me too.
Yeah, it was scary, man.
It was kind of scary. Everyone was scared of me.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, you were.
No, actually, well,
During the bridge.
during the
era.
bridge. So once Haxiclesticks kind of like fell down, we all went to this SMP and we're like some of the admins on there, or at least I wasn't at the time, but I know at least Matt was. And there's people accusing me in SMP for like, oh my god, he's hacking. I'm like, no, please, Matt, you gotta believe me. I'm not hacking. You please. Like, like the first time I DM'd him, it's just me pleading, please don't abandon me. I need the server. I promise I'm not X-raying. You can look at my caves. I'm just going straight.
Was it X-ray?
I think they were accusing me of X-ray.
I forgot what it was. I know they were.
Because I think I got the diamonds achievement, and then they're like, oh, X-ray, X-ray. Like, no, please.
They didn't trust you at all, too.
Seriously?
You were just a little. Honestly, I didn't know how young you were until we did the interview.
Yeah.
For Haxicles, because you interviewed for Haxicles, you were a first person too.
Yeah, the interview was something.
You were terrified, man. I could
Yeah.
tell how scared you were. That was hilarious.
Yeah,
actually.
I'm like, oh.
Because at that point it was like you were already not gonna. I will say you were already not gonna get hired because you were too young. They didn't want anyone too young.
I mean, makes sense, yeah.
But it was like we didn't want to tell you because we wanted to just because. It was real. He was like, "Yeah, we'll let him interview. We'll let him like try it out." But you were going in that interview, and I knew like no matter what you said, you weren't gonna get the job.
Damn.
Kind of thing. Yeah.
Can you believe this,
So.
Ageism.
Yeah.
I mean, now I don't think ageism. Man, you're young. You've been young this whole time, even with A113.
You froze
I
time.
wasn't.
You're still so like.
I'm
You're still young.
dude, I'm
Unbelievable.
gonna be
So-
17 in September.
I know.
You're Two.
And 18 next year. I'm gonna be an adult next year.
Dude,
Oh my
that's
gosh.
wild. Dude, I'll be. Actually, no. I have no other like milestones for a couple years. I've already hit my two
what,
main
30?
milestones.
Then you
My-
just start
my-
doing it by 5.
My next milestone is 30. 25 is not really a big one though. It's
Not
just
really.
a thing.
Yeah.
It's just you turned 25. Congrats. You're alive still. Like
Yeah.
it's not really a big achievement. It's like oh, you made it. Cool.
Yeah.
And then they like
Yippee.
wave. Yippee!
They're already
Let's make
winning, like,
a-
oh yeah, you're
Let's
an
make
adult.
a trophy for 25.
A trophy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's definitely like okay, we're getting off topic. Anyways, but yeah, you were young. Very, very young.
I can't believe this.
I don't think even I shared how I got into high school.
Yeah, how did you get that?
Hell yeah. Spill the beans.
So, I was just like, I was feeling nostalgic for Disney, and at that time, it was just like, I have passes, I could go whenever, but still, it's like, I'm in school, so it's like, when's the next time I'm gonna go? So I started looking up on YouTube. Over the next few months, I just devolved into like, I want to put the two things I like together. Like, I want to put Disney and I want to put Minecraft together. So I looked up Disney Minecraft, and then I saw a showcase for a ride, and it's on Gamer's channel. Gamer's the
Oh,
The
gamer.
owner, yeah. I think I did
Yeah.
the exact same thing. Like,
really.
I think I just like
I just-
kept looking up like Minecraft Disneyland, and then like his thing came up, and then I watched it for like it was definitely a few years before I joined, just because I didn't have a PC, but
Yeah,
like,
same for me. I didn't have Java Edition actually.
and then I got a PC. I'm like, yes, I can finally do it. And then I buy Bedrock. I'm like, no. So it's like maybe a few months later, I'm like, yes, I have money for Java, and then I get in. I'm like, please, why did I buy Bedrock first? I didn't understand.
I was actually gonna get Java like a few years earlier than I actually did.
Yeah.
I got
owned
this, like-
Java since the beginning. Like, my dad is actually the one who found it, so I've had it for a long time.
I think he said founded it.
No. My dad's...
My dad's actually the creator of Minecraft.
No, so like he found it and he got a server for us as a family to play on, and I've been playing Minecraft ever since. Like my first Minecraft YouTuber was this guy named Minecraft Dad. Like that's how old Minecraft is for me.
Dad.
Oh
Look it
my
up.
god.
It's like Paul Soares Jr. I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was my first Minecraft YouTuber I ever
Minecraft.
watched.
That old.
It's old. Favorite
So-
series is like Kingdom. But yeah, continue.
Where was I?
Uh,
Oh, I was about to get Java. I was supposed to get Java like a few years earlier, but
Yeah.
they had it in this like bracelet USB stick thing that said comes with Java, and then I couldn't figure it out. It was like
Wait, where'd you get a USB from?
it was at Best Buy. It was like buy this.
They
you could
hand
save
out
your world
games in
on
like
this
USBs? What the
No, it was just a small little package thing. It was like buy this. You could save your worlds on this USB, but it also comes with Minecraft Java. So I thought, oh
Dude,
boy, I want
what?
Java.
I've never
And it
seen
didn't
that
work.
before.
It like
It's just
I
scam.
couldn't figure it out, and then I showed my mom, and she couldn't figure it out. So it was like, man, we just wasted $30.
Shit.
So
yeah.
I got it like years later. I finally just folded, and I was like, let's just buy it again.
Yeah.
Best decision of my life.
Yo.
Nah, it's all about the Minecraft PE. Anyways,
I got Minecraft Lite on my mom's phone back when you couldn't even save worlds.
Oh my god.
So scary. My first exposure to Minecraft was Pocket Edition and YouTube. That is scary.
Pocket Edition in YouTube. Dude.
Yeah.
Alright, do we move on to Cherry Blossom? Or
I
should
mean, that's not next. What are you doing? You made a list and you still can't read it.
Oh, I get jump
What do you
scared by
mean?
Ganon
That's
every
a cherry-
time.
cherry
Oh my
blossom.
gosh.
Are you forgetting something?
No.
We forgot the end of Haxicles. Talk about what happens.
Oh, I don't.
Fall.
Honestly, I don't remember what happened.
I mean, to me, it happened when I was walking home from like a class. I was walking home from calculus, and I get the notification on my phone because like that night we talked with him for like 6 hours trying to calm him down
Yeah.
and go like, hey, don't do this.
Ending gamer.
Like, because it was kind of the thing, it's like, we told him, like, hey, if you want to shut it down, let's just have a temporary shutdown, like, don't release any world files, just, like...
I just
like,
didn't even have
take
like a
a deep
meeting or
breath.
anything. He's just like, you know what, guys, I'm gonna fucking do this.
He's
So
a very
we
impulsive
had
guy.
the meeting that night to say, like, hey, don't do anything. And then at the end, he's like, okay, we'll just stay open. Like, that was his decision. Let's just stay open.
Oh shit.
3 o'clock the next day. I have not spoken with anyone until I see the notification pop up on my phone of an @everyone
Oh my gosh.
reading, we're shutting down the server, here are the world files, and I literally ran home.
Bruh.
And I was like, are you kidding me? And I tried to get a hold of him, then he started blocking everybody. Like, I had him on Steam. He blocked me on Steam.
dude, what?
Yeah,
Ugh.
so like we were trying to get a hold of him, like, dude, why would you do this? Like it was so sudden, like we spoke about it too, so it was like a whole situation where we had no idea why he decided to do this. And then that's when it sort of went, like, I spoke to the other two. I honestly have neglected to remember their names, but they were dating, so the other two admins were dating.
Yeah.
They were weird, like, just weird, but it's like, they were both mad, but at this point they're like, yeah, there's nothing more we can do. And so I spoke, because at the time I was in contact, with Crimpy. We did the stuff together on
Yeah.
the server.
Yeah.
And so
I didn't even
was
know
like,
you guys went back that far too.
Yeah,
I know
I
that-
didn't know you, man, in Haxiclesticks. I
Yeah,
saw
I
you
was
once.
just
I'm like,
I think we got to know Matt more from, I knew him from Haxicles, but we got to know more in Cherry Blossom.
Yeah.
So, I forget how I got invited. I know I was last. No, Crippy was last. I was second, right? Because
I don't remember the order.
I asked you to become my henchman. That could only happen after?
It must have been like the same exact time.
It must have been the same window, because it feels like weird to say that you came after me because I got working. So anyway, so who invited us? Was it you, Matt, or was it Linus who invited us?
I know I was close.
It might have been me.
I was close friends with Linus at the time, and I think he invited me.
No, wait.
Because I was one of the first
he
ones
invited
on
you,
Cherry Blossom,
and you invited me.
Which, by the way, guys, if you don't know, Linus is the owner of Cherry Blossom, or he was.
Linus,
I got confused with
Like that's his name.
actually New Bloom season 1. I got confused.
Season 1
I invited you
us,
guys,
but it was
yeah.
Crippy invited me to Cherry Blossom. That's what caused this. Yeah, because it was like Linus invited you.
I thought Linus
invited me. No, it was definitely
So
you asked
weird.
him.
Got
because
it.
there's no, I did not even talk to him.
Got it. Yeah, no, I know me and him were close. And we
So-
were like, dude, we're gonna get staff on Haxicles. This is gonna be so sick. it's
Dude, we're gonna get staff rank. It'll be so
dude,
cool.
like I kind of bombed
Look,
my
so listen to
interview,
this.
but it's gonna be sick.
We actually also interviewed Sky for staff. He was also up for the grabs, but then what was it? That was actually like a week before it happened too. So that's how I got introduced to Sky fully as like a person and not just a.
By the way, how should we introduce Sky?
We'll introduce it in a minute.
Okay, Sky's a person.
Foreshadowing.
We're gonna
This is the villain of the next part.
foreshadowing.
The villain. Oh my god.
Dude, I
Cherry
love
Blossom
obvious
also happened
foreshadowing.
because Haxicles was experimenting with like the SMP stuff. So then Linus decided, let's make our own SMP and then get some of the people that played on there to come and do this. It was like pretty cool. It was just a realm at that time too.
Yeah, it was a realm for a while. It was around for almost the entirety of it. But yeah, so it's like, so if we look at the time, so by the time that we had been invited, Lurlin had already been built, pretty much fully built at that point, if I remember correctly. I was just missing a very special bridge.
There's like very like I think Spawn
was built a little bit. I remember when Spawn was built, it was missing a few buildings, but for the most part, it was like, oh, okay, this is because Matt's shop was the main. Honestly, to me, what defines Spawn was Matt's shop. Like that to me is like the defining building of Cherry Blossom Spawn.
Yeah.
If you want to know like what it looked like,
the bridge. I forgot.
You can check out Day by Day episode 2 has like a rough look of what it's actually. It should be shot for shot for the most part. What Cherry Blossom Spawn looked like. It's not exact, but
we kind of roughly like based off of photos, but
yeah,
we kind of recreated it to tell New Bloom lore, which was a whole other.
That's a whole. That'll be another episode. That's a whole other episode. Yeah. But that's like if you want to see what it looked like, that's roughly what it looked like. A13 story had shots from Cherry Blossom, but that's been a pulled down video. Crippy was. What's called the Purge. We'll go with that. Maybe in editing he'll pop some up on the screen so we can actually see
I'll probably put in the description. I'll also put the episode.
Come on, just put shots that they pop up. But you are editor. You do editing.
Do the funny.
Future Crippy Wheel. Put shots up here. And so pretty much I joined and. I had never really, at that point, I hadn't really done an SMP in a long time, because the last one I did was with my family and some of my friends, and that got griefed by one of my friends' boyfriends. They, like, griefed, we built, like, this sandstone hotel that was, like, 100 floors. We put so much work into it, someone put lava around it, I just didn't touch it, and I had pixel art on the server. It was, like, that was my last SMP experience, ever. Yeah. And so this was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna commit to this. So in under the first 5 hours of joining, I managed to build a wall around this mountainous area to the point where, like, I think Linus visited and it was like, what? Because I had gone for like only a few hours, and I already had this wall going.
Yeah.
Because I just kept working. I was under a mini house that I built in the mountain. So I like had like a little area down there. But I pretty much had not gotten off for a few hours, just was working nonstop. And at that point, I decided I wanted, because it had been defined, I think, by Linus, or someone who I talked to when I first joined, that it was like an economy-based thing, where it was like, people could buy things, and like, all this sort of stuff. So I was like, I had made it up my mind that I wanted to create an empire. And I think at that point, when I first started work on the castle, was when I asked Crimpy, hey, do you want to join me? Do you want to help me with this?
And then I said no. And then the what if was
Imagine.
I went and made more press traps.
Imagine if you said no.
Dude, that would have been something.
Imagine if
I mean,
you
I
were
like
so
nothing
intimidated.
else. I'm like, I guess. Like,
What
shit.
if you weren't close to Spyro? You didn't invite her. What would have happened? Oh my gosh.
I think at that point, because I think I invited Sky, so A113 would not have happened. Cherry Blossom might still be alive.
Oh, that's
But foreshadowing. But then after that, that's when I realized I needed military, and so at that point I'd watched Matt do airstrikes.
oh yeah.
And so I
Apollo
asked
and I
you to-
just kept going at it, so I just kept doing airstrikes with my Elytra.
And so I asked her to be the general of the Air Force for Icelandica. That was the name of the kingdom, and so that became the little group that occurred. That like
There was foreshadowing in real life. We were
I know!
together, we didn't even know it. What the heck?
But then Matt kept like the military kept bombing me, so there's
I know.
there's an
Yeah.
issue with that. I
It was a
built
little bit-
many panic rooms, and they
So-
kept getting discovered.
Stop it! Like I kept trying to be like I would pay Matt off with diamonds. Stop killing.
Yeah, I
him.
remember that. I'm
And
like,
it would last maybe an hour before it would continue happening. Like I would keep paying diamonds, and it was extortion. But I literally just kept doing it because I was like, "Oh my god, stop beating him up!" Like
It wasn't for the diamonds, by the way. It was for the principal. I had to do it.
you had to.
I can't believe.
But
it.
yeah, it was definitely one of those things where I just kept paying money to have them stop killing Crimpy, to the point where was that why the treaty was signed? To just stop Crimpy from getting bombed?
No, the
Am I
treaty.
forgetting? It was-
The treaty was
I'm
something.
forgetting the
There was a
lore.
treaty like because we were starting to kind of like take over the server, and I was
Oh,
like
that's
going
right.
around, and I'm like, hey, come and join Icelandica. We'll really keep you safe from the other stuff we're gonna do to the other people who don't join. And we had like a whole like sign up thing at spawn to like join
We had
Icelandica.
an embassy. Yeah,
We had an embassy,
with,
like
the
showing
big
like here are
flag.
the nations who have already like went with us. You should join.
You should. Yeah, I know. I paid off Apollo.
Like Dewa was pretty accurate with that.
It was.
Oh, I remember the blaze at spawn too.
I do remember him.
This is very unrelated, but it was like
It was there.
it took a little bit to get.
Guys,
in there,
very
but I
important.
just
There's a
wanted
blaze
spawn.
at spawn. Very important lore. It'll come around
There
later.
is very
Yeah.
important lore.
Yeah.
If the
People
blaze
could get
wasn't
confused.
there,
They're like, what
everything
is
would be
this?
in
Hmm.
chaos.
Yeah,
that was
without
the
him.
that was the peace pole of Cherry Blossom.
Dude.
If
Honestly,
he ever died, war would break out.
wasn't it a phantom though, or did the phantom join?
No,
in?
it was a blaze. I don't think it was.
It was a blaze.
I don't think it ever was a phantom.
Well, I thought a phantom joined in at some point though. Like I felt like I remember going there and it was.
I wouldn't
A
remember
phantom.
it.
I think I kind of remember catching something else and then putting in a different cage, but
Yeah.
I'm not so sure.
I don't know. It's like the details of Cherry Blossom. The long story short is it was a solid, to me it was a solid experience. I mean,
Yeah.
to the
was
point
so
where
fun.
it's like it was genuinely fun. It was a blast, and so we wanted to invite more people to have like like more stuff,
Yeah.
like more things happening. And at that point, I would consider Linus a friend because he built a house in Icelandica. We joked around. It was definitely not a situation where it was like the foreshadowing of what is to come. But it's like yeah, this is a cool dude. He's running the server. Nice.
Yeah.
And then, so at the time, I was still in contact somewhat with Sky because he had asked, because we actually moved forward with the interviewing process with him. So it was like, at the time, he's like, am I still gonna be working? And so that was like where we were still in contact. But, so yeah, I think I want to ask, is like, can he join? And so when he joined, he sort of did the thing where it was like, you guys should be doing this, or I think he was the one who pushed for the server.
Yeah, like he started like going around like
He
polishing
definitely
things with
pushed.
like plugins and stuff. Cause like,
Yeah.
I know originally it was around. Did we ever move to a server, or it was?
It was
At that
moved to a
point,
server.
Linus quit because
It was moved to
it
a
was
server.
like it started to get where everyone kept saying like, "Dude, you're running things wrong," and then
Yeah.
he said,
Yeah.
"I've had enough of this. You guys can run it if you want. I'm gonna give you guys the server.
Yeah.
I'm done." So
Yeah.
at that point, you and Sky had actually taken it to a server, I think, or did he?
Sky took it to a server. I'm pretty sure what
Yeah.
happened was Sky took it to the server and then Linus quit. It wasn't like a thing that happened at the same time. It happened after Sky kept bugging him and like pressuring
There it
him.
is. I had to put two together, but I didn't know the order.
Yeah.
Now it
Yeah,
makes
so
sense.
it's definitely like a situation where he was like definitely like a push for it. And so that's what eventually caused it. And so the problem arises when, I mean, no one is playing anymore, right? It's essentially a dying server.
Yeah.
Which sucks to think about in hindsight because it was just such a blast. And it's one of those things where it's like at the time we didn't recognize what he was doing was bad. It was like, well, he knows what he's doing. He's doing what's good for the server.
Yeah.
When in reality, he was just like, honestly, it was definitely manipulation. In hindsight, that's what it was.
Mhm.
But it's also one of those things where you can't go back. And to me, I'm thankful for it now because of the journey we've had to go on. But it's like at the time, that was very shitty of him to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then he has the bright idea to bring us along. Because apparently he's had this project in his back pocket the whole time because he's been working on this for a while. I feel like he's been creating his own Disneyland server too.
Yippee.
For a long time. He's like a small team as well. It was like a girl and a guy that never came around. When he did, I forget his name. I forget their names. I'm like the only one I remember is his.
2 women.
It was. I thought it was a guy. It was like a guy that never came around. It was one girl who was very like.
Yeah,
rad.
he had.
Wasn't there
Yes,
2?
or
though?
has it right?
No, there's. Dude.
No, it was just the one. One guy, one girl.
Because the guy that was never around.
Yeah,
We
the
never
guy was
saw
literally
any guy,
there
right?
once. I think I saw him once, and then
Yeah,
the
he
girl was
only
just there
showed
like
once.
floating around in the server.
Okay. I don't remember.
Yeah.
It was so
it's
weird.
definitely-
Yeah, Project A113. That was.
It was such fun to work on rides too, though.
Yeah,
Like,
pretty
I'm
much.
not gonna lie. For what it was like I enjoyed it.
Because he pretty much made us like we were pretty much the equivalent of an owner, but like Sky had a little bit more power. But we pretty much just went
Yeah.
around and would build all the rides and kind of like the area surrounding it. But we also used Gamer set out a world of Haxicles, and we kind of used that more as a template to kind of like try to build off that. So like some areas were just Haxicle, but other areas
But
like
we'll get into why that was a bad thing.
yeah.
In a little bit.
But it was like, at first, it was definitely like a situation where we were having a good time. We were learning. I mean, I was learning a lot because I would say that at the time, besides the girl that was already with him, I was essentially like brought in to be taught this kind of stuff. So I started learning how the minecart mod and like the minecart mod he was using allowed, or it wasn't a train. I forget what the exact name. It essentially was like making like trains that go to certain speeds, that kind of thing.
Pretty much like invisible minecarts, and then you put a model on it that actually looks like the real life ride vehicle.
Yeah, so you would model a 3D model and like put it on a texture pack.
Which I know me and Spyro did a lot. We did a lot of the modeling.
Yeah. I think that was honestly pretty fun to learn as well.
Yeah.
It
Oh
definitely.
yeah, you still know how to model too, Crimpy.
Somewhat, roughly. It's been a
Yeah,
while.
it's been a very long time since I have to. It's like it's both of us are like we know how to do it, but if you asked us to replicate the style we did, I think it would still take a while. Marbles is currently
I mean, I
way
picked
better
it
at
up
modeling
yeah.
pretty
at the moment.
quickly. I could probably
I don't
pick
know
it up
how
quick
Marbles
again.
does it. He's like, if
I mean,
Marbles was
he's
on the
never fun.
team, that's another what if episode. If Marbles joined A113, we'd all be fired and he'd be promoted instantly.
Nah,
Like,
we had
oh
an
my god.
electrocharge. He
Oh,
made
yeah.
he
Oh
made the
God.
really good models. Pretty much, he was.
That's true.
Was he ever considered? I think really late into A113
Yeah.
he was, but he made like some models
He
for the
made some
rides.
beautiful things. Like I
The
think
animals on the
full-time-
Jungle Cruise. Oh
his
my god.
full-time
Yeah.
job now is modeling. He's doing good though, as far as I know. It's definitely a thing where
I'd be
he-
disappointed if he didn't get a job in modeling.
I know he was so
Yeah.
he did
3D
such an
modeling is
amazing
just
job
so
at it.
good.
And then so we haven't mentioned Jake or Alyssa at all yet, but they've actually been in the background of the story this whole time. But
Oh, yeah,
they come into play. Both
Yeah.
come into play right in here.
Jake was on Haxiclesticks.
Jake, I was playing with Jake on high school for
Yeah.
the longest time.
Because he founded Snack Police and then he got invited to A13
Yeah,
for a
his
little bit.
mini
not very long,
modding team. Which he didn't mean it to be that. I know he's just trying to do good, and I also joined it for well. But I know, like,
No,
first day I joined, I'm
yeah.
like, oh fuck, like gamers already telling us off. Like, okay, I quit. Because like literally drama first day, I'm like, dude.
Drama day one. I mean,
I don't think he ever was in Cherry Blossom, was he?
I thought he was at the end. I could be wrong.
He was.
Was he? I don't remember.
Because he was there
part
in
of my
Caneville
season,
helping me.
Was he? Oh, I think I.
He was a part of Caneville actually before Crimpy was there.
Oh shit.
He was helping with projects.
Also, Caneville's
And-
Matt's Nation.
Oh,
Yeah.
did I misspell? Oh, Caneville. The other one was Lurlin, right? That was the other
Lurlin
one.
Yeah.
is Apollos.
Lillian was
Okay,
a
okay.
Apollos.
Yeah.
As long as I understand, I didn't miss a name.
Wait, holy cow! He called it Lurlin because of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the
that-
Kingdom just came out.
Bruh. I can't believe it.
Oh, that's how long it took.
It's. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that was like, so like everyone was coming in, and so we had a bunch of these models, we were reworking some. We actually found some models that weren't used hidden in the files. So we had, there's a screenshot of this, I
We
think,
did?
if Kirby still has it. It's of him trying on some of the models. We spent like a couple hours just, like wall to wall, going through item frames, going model
I
by
remember
model, and just placing them along the wall, and we found a bunch of hidden stuff because we were trying to find through his stuff what we could use and what was available. Because again, at this point we were still using all of his stuff,
Yeah, I have the photos.
and so
remember
that
that.
was definitely a big thing. He's sending.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Walls of models.
walls and walls of models. And so at this time, I don't know if you can see, so you better put the screenshot of the video,
I
but in the
will.
screenshot, you have like, so you try to think of like a currency system, and like a rides written. A lot of this stuff is actually super easy to code in, but it was definitely one of those things where we were trying to be the next Haxicle. That was our goal. At
Yeah.
the time, was Imagine Fun out? Imagine Fun had to have been out.
I
'cause we
think
talked
it
about
was out, but it was in really like early
Yeah.
stages. Which,
I
by
don't
the way,
even remember
if
it
you
being
guys
out.
don't know, it was ran by like some former Haxicle staff, right?
Haxicle members. Yeah. So they were all former that decided to go away and make their own version.
And I know
And-
currently it's like
Guys.
the most popular Disneyland server out there.
Yes.
Imaginary
100%.
Fun or IF. You've probably heard of it. I mean, it got really popular during COVID because everyone's like, oh,
It did.
Disneyland, Disneyland. I'm like, guys, you're late to the party.
Like, we've been doing this
Guys,
for-
I have already lived this.
That's bro.
That
But it-
phase is over.
we are out of that phase. But yeah, it was that server. It is cool. I do know some people there. This is like a part. This is later in the story, so I'll bring it up now. But so yeah, so we're working on it. I think we finally opened after a few months because we have enough to open. Like,
Yeah.
one of those things where you need enough to open to be a server, and we decided we had enough. looking back, I don't think we did.
Yeah.
Thinking
No.
back, it was mostly just old stuff. I don't even think some of the audio was functioning.
And when we opened, there was like one person on.
I know that would they spent so long on that like opening monorail section. Like we tried to be unique, you
Yeah.
know. It was one of those things where we were tried so hard
I
to.
thought we had a few more people.
There was a few. It
At
wasn't
least, like
just
opening
one.
day, there is quite a few. Because I know we had like a Discord server open, so like people could
Mhm.
like come and join. Like, oh, okay, we'll give updates here and like when we're gonna open.
Oh, and Oppo was a Haxiclesticks guy, and he was also
That's
on
true.
one.
Yeah, he. I feel bad because Oppa got fired from 3. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, poor man. He was trying so hard to do something cool. But he intruded on, I think it was Crimpy Wheel's building space, and so Crimpy got confused. It was like a random Rapunzel tower.
No, it was
Like-
Sky who just got like fresh with like just building things that just weren't like necessary for like what we wanted. It's like he's doing like little story side quest stuff.
Yeah, in hindsight, I think that honestly would have been better because
It gave it like personality and like
it
a
did.
Breath of the Wild feel. It's like you just go to every part of the world and there's something there. That's kind of what we needed.
I mean, I was
Yeah.
kind
At
of
the
doing that
time-
now, which is kind of funny. They have like little story
Yeah.
quests,
Yeah,
which they aren't
I
like. They're so-so. It's just like go here and gather this and go there. But
that's the most which you can do for a server that already is using most of its manpower to
yeah,
rides. I mean, it definitely AO13 was an interesting thing, but I think it fell apart when the start of the downfall. I think was the first SMP. It was like made for the
Oh yeah.
admins. It wasn't anything else. It was just admins, right? So there was
Was
no
it?
one else. Yeah. So the
No, it's
first one,
public.
remember?
No, it was for
No.
the admins.
It was the first one.
wait, there's multiple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
remember the first one that had so pretty much it was just for admins. We lived in a canyon. We had a bunch of like different plugins, but it was like a test out because we were all really tired and we didn't really want to work on anything. We had all really just gotten tired of it
I
all.
think I've erased that from my brain. I don't remember that at all.
Really?
It's starting to get like that for me too, actually. It's starting to
I don't know if I
fade.
ever played on it.
The more and
You
more you
did.
explain it,
I
it
did?
gets less and less
You
there.
did. It was one of those days where no one wanted to work because it was after opening and we just really wanted to just hang out. And so
Oh, I always
together in
wanted to work.
SMP.
I don't know about you guys, but I was on the grind.
So you were one of the ones that was like, starting to slow down a little bit.
Was I? I swear I was on the grind.
Everyone was slowing down. It got to the point where everyone was just tired because it had been like there was so much we could do, and it was like, okay, we just need a break because we had been working nonstop for months.
Yeah.
I just wanted to build
So-
cave.
Dude, you were
after-
the real cave guy.
But it was
I'm so proud of those caves.
they were so close. But so what the SMP caused is it caused Sky to go like, oh, we should do that for everyone. And so that's when we came up with the idea to have the hub and also have the SMP attached, like how Cherry Blossom and all that used to be. So that's what honestly started the idea of, oh, let's revamp the server because we knew no one was coming on. I mean, it was definitely like we did all this work and no one's here kind of thing.
Could they put the Mickey hub with my chin face up on the screen?
Wasn't that 2.0?
That
I think-
was the start of 2.0. That
Yeah.
was the start. So that's what caused the start of 2.0. So it was we decided to try and add mini games, and so like I came up with like this complicated like Disney mini game. There was like a bunch of cosmetic stuff. Like the central hub was built. I have sketches in my phone of stuff where I sketched out the hub and what it would look like. Just to try and get an idea out there. And so we worked on it, and then this is when the swap happened. So up until this point, we had been working on a world that was mostly just our stuff. So it was like we
Yeah.
had some stuff from Haxicles, but it was mostly just us. Now, when this happened, Sky decided to actually change this and go from having just it went from having just our stuff to being only the original world download, which is
Yeah.
something that we all hated because it was like, well, then what's the point of all this work we've been doing for the past
Yeah, that
like 2
sucked.
months?
Pretty much just
Oh
like
my
started pulling
gosh.
buildings for like different things. Like I know like a lot of the mini game stuff he pulled like stuff from other
Yeah.
things. And I know
And I
we're
wanna
gonna import
build
like
everything
all of
from
Galaxy's Edge.
Oh, that did happen. Do you remember how bad it looked?
Oh no,
too?
I was gone.
I don't get what he
No,
was
I
on
was
about.
gone, man.
It was like he kept praising it, but it's like
Terrible.
this is the worst thing I've ever seen built. Who built this thing?
No, I don't
Someone
think I've
with
ever seen
like
it.
eye problems?
It looked terrible. Just like it looked like someone who wasn't capable of building decided to try and build Galaxy's Edge. That's like he found the first available world download instead of us looking at it, looking at shots.
I
and
don't
actually
think the
building.
queues were even walkable.
No,
I don't think you
they
could
weren't.
go
They weren't.
into anything.
Yeah.
They
It was the worst thing I've ever seen.
They were all facades. It's like, and it was that moment I think where all of us had started to sort of feel the drain, and we all just started playing on the SMP we made for the server that was public, and so that one everyone was assigned like a land to own, and everyone was building like buildings off of that. That was another fun experience.
Yeah.
But
that memory is going away from me too.
Really?
it was
I remember
definitely-
I had like Galaxy's Edge. Sparrow had like Fantasyland.
Mhm.
I
I was
know
during that.
there was a Frontierland that was like pre-built.
Yeah, that was.
I hardly played on that one. Maybe that was when I started getting on the Bed Wars grind.
That
actually.
was because you had already. I think what would cause this is you were the first one to technically pull away, Matt. You were the first one to already think it's not great because you. I mean, all that work you had done in the caves and all that work you had done in Indiana Jones and Pirates, just all that was gone. That takes a toll on a person, and I think you were the first one to pull away, which is honestly what caused all of us to rethink the situation.
I was the first one to leave the Discord though. I am proud of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much all day we're all just like, you know what, we're kind of done. Like he won't listen to us, so we all just like at the same time agreed and just we all dipped.
Like we did not speak about it. We did not announce it. We just all.
I put the
left.
wave emoji. I put the wave emoji and I just clicked leave and I said I did it.
Yeah.
And I
remember that so
I know
vividly.
he shut it down like that day, like after like a few, like not long after it just shut down and it was gone.
Yeah, because his entire staff team walked out on him. I don't think anyone stuck around, to be honest with you.
But then
I don't
Even
remember.
Jake. Jake.
But it was kind of weird because we honestly as a team we had grown close because we were the only ones who would listen about it, and we had all like grown as like people too. I feel like a little bit just like having each other working together. It was at that point it had grown from like a work relationship to like, oh, these are actually friends, because and before it was like, oh, you're a person on a server, and now it's like, oh, this is Crimpy and Matt, these guys are my homies kind of thing. And it was definitely a situation where at that point we had decided as a team we were going to leave as a team, as friends, as a group, and not just be one after the other. It's a
group thing.
If we're leaving together.
Yeah.
And at that point we didn't really have anything. It was just us, and that was it. It was like there was no server, there was nothing, and it was us and Hypixel. That's honestly what it was.
I know.
That was the good days.
A13 kind of continued for like a while after that though, because he did bring it back up.
Yeah.
But I haven't been keeping tabs, so I'm assuming it's down now.
What a way to just have the fire smolder and fizzle out. It was just such a sad way to die.
Yeah.
You know what's funny though is it's kind of repeating history. Like, because Haxiclesticks had the walkout, like how we did. It was silent. No one talked about it. They all left at once.
No.
Like the entire Haxiclesticks staff team left, and it was essentially history repeating itself.
That's so scary.
It's why during this break where we were just playing and just being friends, like the true bonding of like, all right, how can friends test the stretch of time? It was I got reached out to by God, what was his name? Something.
Mowski? Not Mowski.
No, it was the guy. It was his right-hand man at the time. He no longer works for Imaginary Fun, but it was his right-hand man. But I was reached out and be like, hey, I heard about the server. And I was reaching out about like, hey, would you want to work? And they were ready to offer me a position on the imaginary
I
fun
remember
team,
that.
and I turned it down. Because I did not want to repeat of history. Plus, it was like I had already gotten finished with it. I didn't want to just do it all over again.
Disney
And
fatigue.
and at that point, I was like, no, I'm done. I'm just gonna be with my friends. And that was probably the best decision I've ever made because, like, although I would essentially be I would essentially have a full-time job before I'd even graduate college. I don't think I would have. I would have lost what was really important to me because I don't think anyone would talk to me after I got an imaginary fun staff membership. Like that just feels wrong to get
I
a
don't
job
think like
after.
no one will have talked to you, but we definitely wouldn't be
It would have been
close.
like a
Yeah.
dude, why would she do that? Like we would just got off a job and now she took one without us kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it was definitely one of those things like I'm not gonna do this. It was just about like I'm not gonna do this on my friends. I'm not gonna do this in general just too, because it was just like I couldn't trust it. You know,
Yeah.
two times in a row, man. Like
But you could have got paid a lot of money. You know.
I would have been a lot.
Financially, you might have been better
Priority.
than you are now.
Financially, I would have been amazing, but I would not have been happy.
yeah.
But yeah, that was definitely a thing. I just looking back on it, it's a wacky thing to think about.
So we're in the Hypixel age.
Hypixel. All we
age.
did was played Hypixel, watched Star Trek, and
We did a
Yeah,
bunch of.
I still have the art from that. I still
Oh,
have the
yeah.
art right here. It's all in the suits.
we all matched the Star Trek skins.
Yeah, I showed you guys Star Trek. We all watched movies. We watched the movies. We just played Hypixel.
I think I had like I had a
friends.
server like full of friends. It was the Music Central thing.
Music Central.
Music Central. So pretty much it was like a server like dedicated to having like a shit ton of music bots for some reason. It was a really weird gimmick, but it pretty much had like
It was funny gimmick though.
it was a funny
I get
gimmick.
to
I just had-
overload a VC with so many
Yeah.
music bots.
I mean the server's still technically up. It's just
It has some wacky people in it too. Lunar
New
Duck.
Bloom server has been the successor, big successor to like just a hangout server.
yeah. But that was pretty
Yeah.
much like a hangout sometime. We just like chilling there. I know like for Halloween we had like an Among Us night or whatever.
I remember
Yeah,
that.
Like a Halloween party online.
I remember that so vividly. That was great, honestly.
Backtracking a little bit, about during the time when things started to fizzle out, and I said it was like my Bed Wars grind
Yeah.
Mhm.
around there. I think that's maybe a little bit after actually. Somewhere in that time frame, it was like that's where I got invited to New Bloom by Linus. Like, hey, I wanted to do
I
Cherry
remember
Blossom
that
again.
actually.
I
I remember
want
like
to,
during
like,
A113
try again.
you went on like New Bloom. Like, why are you going on there, man? Like I thought
Yeah,
That
and then
situated
I started
badly.
talking about it. Yeah, and that's how Linus picked the name. New Bloom. Cherry Blossom died. This is the new Bloom.
damn.
Mhm.
I didn't know that.
Really?
It makes
No.
sense.
I had no idea why you called it New Bloom. I'm like, oh okay.
Oh.
ChatGPT. What are good names for SMPs?
Wait, that's how I'd explain it. Star Wars Land was built. It looked like it was built by an AI looking at Google Maps. That's how I'd explain it.
Dude,
Like it didn't look like it was built by a human.
that's actually kind of funny.
That'd be amazing if that was it.
That'd explain a lot.
Yeah.
It would. But
Oh, my
I mean,
legs
yeah,
are cracking.
that makes
Oh.
sense, honestly.
I've been
Oh.
sitting for so long.
Bruh.
We've all been sitting forever.
Podcast stretch break.
What'd you say? Podcast dance break?
Podcast
Stretch break.
I'm gonna take a quick podcast
Stretch break.
kiss break. Hold on. give
Crimpy!
give me 1 second.
Intermission.
Yeah, you guys entertain. You guys entertain.
Wait, but you can cut this. This isn't live.
We're just gonna give.
We're not cutting.
Okay.
Yeah, you got.
Fine. Okay, well,
I can't believe that Crimpy guy. Back in the Haxiclesticks
I know.
days,
That guy
oh
was
my
such a
God.
nerd. Like, oh my god.
He kept doing these
That's
weird,
why
like,
he was the
little
red shirt
treasure
star.
hunts.
It started. Hey, I uploaded that too.
You're also. was
that
I
community
doing?
alive.
I don't know what I was doing,
You were
dude.
just vibing, honestly. I don't even think you had anything. You were just chilling.
I
Like,
kept going to the server. I do a little bit of rides, and I'm like, okay, these are the pins that I need. These are the pins that I have. Okay, I could get the wishing star probably tomorrow, and then I do it the next day. It was a good cycle.
it's chill. Like, I think, honestly, it was definitely a, if A113 didn't happen, if Cherry Blossom didn't happen, we would not be friends.
Yeah.
It's definitely that, like, the one universe where everything lined up properly.
Alright, I'm back.
That was fast.
Yeah, I just piss and go.
That can be put on a shirt.
I might get on the shirt now.
Red
Really?
bubble.
Read the bubble. Hashtag new crimpy merch. You thought
You
the
do it in
rewind
the
merch
in and
was
out
good?
font too.
The in and out. Oh my god.
Piss and go.
Alright. Piss and go.
We talked bad about you,
I
Crimpy.
can't believe
Yeah,
this.
it totally did. It's not like we only said 2 words, and that was...
And then you
Yeah.
say quiet?
No, we talked.
Oh, okay. It's like, fuck this guy. I'm a makeup got it.
I want to clarify something, Crimpy. I want to learn about the history because I shared something about how I got onto Haxiclesticks. I gotta learn something about you.
Okay.
When did you start the Pop Tart phase, and when did it end?
The Pop Tart. The Pop Tart when I like
And
Pop
I was
Tarts.
2 years old.
Dude, it's like, I mean, I always like kind of liked Pop Tarts, but it's just like something I had in the house. I'm like, my mom like will give me like a lot of like a certain food. If I'm like, oh, I kind of like that, and she'll give me a shit ton of food. I'm like, oh, that's all I have in the house. So then I'll
So
just
you had like thousands.
yeah, I'm like, I don't know, like
That was
I'm
the same for me, dude.
So I'll just
It's
like
just
eat
it
Pop-Tarts.
wasn't exclusively Pop Tarts, or like I didn't have one thing. You know what you kind of know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Anyways,
It's like you say you like one thing, and your parents or grandparents is just like, gotta get him more of that one thing.
yeah.
It's like, dude, they'll love it if we get them this singular thing.
Bruh.
Or like, okay, nah, this is gonna be completely off topic. Never mind. Back on topic.
Back
I'm
on
gonna ramble
topic.
about something really dumb.
Is it the New Bloom era time?
And we've hit the point where the invitations to New Bloom go out.
Yeah. At this point, we had been playing Hypixel, Bed Wars, Sky Wars, whatever. Build
Yeah.
Battle Murder Mystery, and I was playing
You've been
New
sending us
Bloom on the side.
actually of
I sent you screenshots.
Hawaii stuff got
Yeah.
Hawaii stuff got, that's what we got. That was our only interaction with New Bloom, and then it was finally like, oh, you guys want to come on?
Yeah, it got to a
Because
point
we
where
were
I was
still,
like,
iffy with Linus. I feel like it was kind of like holding a grudge about the Cherry Blossom kind of feel. I felt, so we didn't ask.
I
I'm
mean,
still good with
I got
Linus
like
to this day too.
I mean,
I'm still good. It's
you're
just
so
like
good.
I could spring up a
I
conversation.
don't talk to him.
looking at each other, just like,
Yeah, no, I
yeah,
just
we
don't
don't
talk to him.
speak.
Yeah, I don't talk to him.
Yeah. But yeah, it was.
I just got DM'd by someone that we forgot. HQ. HQ's been there since Haxiclesticks days.
He was there, and then he's gone. HQ, if you ever decide to watch this,
Bruh.
man, why'd you leave to be human?
We miss you.
Yeah, man.
Real life took someone else.
I know. I miss our random debates where we would just argue and call. People would think we were mad. In fact, we were just having an intellectual debate.
No, I have random debates with Toby, and they're scary.
They are scary. Holy cow. So I just DM them hi every day. Well, I DM everyone hi every day now. That's a good cycle that I'm in. Or a cycle, habit.
Yeah, anyways, New Bloom. That was...
Yeah. It got to a point where it started to get like maybe better with Linus. He was starting to say like, yeah. let's get stable again. I don't really hate them. It's just like they took Cherry Blossom, but it was like more on Sky.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I said, why don't you invite them back? And then he said, you guys, you can invite those guys back. I don't want to make the first move.
Yeah.
So I did.
And then the rest is history. Technically, you can get some of the full story from Gabriel's Rewind. Some of the story.
But,
I
I mean,
mean,
it's pretty much like there's so much drama among the staff.
oh
There's a
god.
lot in it too. We probably won't, but there's a lot of
I mean,
things. Pretty
long
much,
story short.
Linus wanted to pursue YouTube, right? That was the thing. We wanted to go full on YouTube and focus on that. Obviously, you know, he's at what, over 500,000 subscribers right now.
Now he is.
I think he's, you know, he made the right decision for himself there. But he pretty much made me, Spyro, and Matt the owners of New Bloom. So originally we were not there. Obviously we were just members. We went up to admins and then
It's
owners.
definitely not the story, Creepy Wheels.
No, that's the story.
That,
That's
you
a simplified.
simplified so
You're
much,
not-
dude.
Yeah, very
You-
simplified. Very simplified. And
We were missing the whole fact. It was like, I mean,
You sharpened a knife into a dagger, dude.
no, you didn't even. No, you took a knife and sharpened it into a butter knife. That's how you explained what happened. You didn't even care. It wasn't even doing YouTube that much.
he was. I mean,
Like,
it was
wasn't
like a
even-
pursuit. He was kind of
No,
like, was he over noob?
no.
I forgot the exact reason, but I know.
Dude, do you not remember how much? Okay, so
No, I
here's
don't
what
remember.
happened.
I
Here's
cleared
what
my
happened.
brain.
So the thing about it, like,
Brain
here's a
cleaning.
factory reset. Here's what actually happened. That's not what happened at all. If you look at the timeline of when Linus started his YouTube fully, like actually committed to it. So what happened so Linus wanted to do an anarchy server. Like that was like the kind of thing he really wanted to do.
Oh yeah,
I don't
He
remember that
really
at all.
wanted to
I remember that.
he wanted to do Anarchy Week specifically, like on New Bloom, and we
Yeah.
were like, no, like that is horrible. People are building, like, and part of the issue is like he just did not agree. Like the entire staff team pretty much did not agree with him. Like that was the entire thing at that point. No one agreed with Linus, and at that point what he thought was that we were all ganging up on him, and that like no one would agree with him. And it wasn't that. We just thought he didn't have a good idea, and no one wanted to do what he wanted to do. It was like he had a picture for the server that felt like he didn't actually play on it. It felt like he was trying to shift it in a way that he would find it more enjoyable, but we knew the players would hate it. Because at this time, New Bloom was decently popular with people. We had
blowing up.
a decent group of friends
blowing up.
playing. It was like a 15
A lot of
player
people from Haxiclesticks too.
Yeah, it was going great. But he wanted to do Anarchy Week, and we just would not agree with him. And then more stuff when it came to admin voting. So here's what we did in terms of like voting before we took over. So there were 3 tiers. There were owners, admins, and advisors. And so advisors, they did exactly what they were. They were advisors. They help with voting. So we weren't actually admins. We were first advisors. Me and Crimpy were. And so then I talked about stuff, how I can help with the server. I was promoted to admin, and I was given access to the Shockbite account. That's actually, I still have the login information.
Wow.
I've deleted it since.
Oh, okay.
I had it. I realized I had it still because I
remember
logged
the
in
day that you
Fortnite.
said that. I remember the day that you DM'd us in whatever group chat. It was like, I still have the login info.
Yeah, I still
I remember
have it.
that.
I don't touch it because I'm not like a dick, and I don't do that kind of shit. But it's like I have it because it was a thing that I was given trust to work on the server, and so I did that. And so I think what he thought was happening, I think he pretty much thought that we were trying to do a repeat of what happened with Cherry Blossom. I think that's what he thought was happening.
Coup d'etat.
And so what happened is he got frustrated, angry to the point where he eventually quit because it's like a repeat of Cherry Blossom. Since like I'm stepping away, you guys just do whatever. It wasn't a very calm handover. It was like fine, I'll leave again. I don't want to be a part of this anymore.
Yeah.
Because he felt like no one agreed with him, and in all honesty, it wasn't that. It's just he kept having ideas that weren't made for New Bloom at the time. It was definitely a building-centric server. And that's when we were handed over ownership. And so at the time, it was me and Matt were admins. Crimpy was an advisor, but we promoted Crimpy to owner. We decided to make him our 3rd owner because, I mean, at that point, it was us as a team. We weren't going to do this if we we're gonna do this as a team. We're gonna do it. We're
Wait,
gonna
no,
do it
wasn't
together.
I promoted to? No, I.
You were.
I was
Crimpy
an
was already
admin.
an admin at that point.
Yeah,
You were
no.
an admin? I didn't know. I didn't think you were an admin.
And Linus.
Crimpy was an admin.
Linus like designed like
Linus,
these three will
when
be the
he
owner.
left, he made Apollo and I owners, and then Apollo said, "No, I'm not gonna stick around." Yeah, Apollo dipped. I was the owner. I made you guys owner too.
Got it.
Because I remember it being. It was not a nice leave. It was definitely.
It was
not.
definitely not. It was just like, here, I'll give you all the information. I'm out of here.
Yeah, and then that's when I transferred everything over to my account and not Linus's. So I transferred all the world files over. It was like a very sketchy transfer because I was so worried.
Yeah.
At the time I'd barely done any file transferring. I had not used the file transferring system, so like I was still very new to programming and looking at code at this point. So I was still a mechanical engineer at this point in school. I had swapped over to computer science, but it was definitely like a. But after this, I would say when New Bloom, I think, had its prime moment for me at least.
Yeah.
It was we had.
I mean, I think it's when the
control.
people are like the most active too. Like we got like it felt like every day like someone new would join, pretty much.
So, yeah, and we would have tours were so important.
Oh
to
yeah,
me.
we'd give like tours to
those
people.
those were so fun to me. I miss doing that. Like that was was my thing to. I love doing.
Yeah.
So
You know
much.
though, like, oh, I went silent because I just had a thought. It's like, for how good it was back then, I kind of prefer it now. Not gonna lie.
I mean,
I like
think
how we are now because just how chill it is. It's just such a niche group.
it felt before it like we were kind of like we were a system at that point. We were trying to expand it. It felt like we were doing. The mindset might have been like we couldn't get A113 to take off, but this is taking off. Let's roll with it.
Yeah.
And I took it as like let's meet new people because I had finally like say like yes, I'm committing to this like whole online thing. Let's do it. Let's build a community. And I think at the time it was fantastic for what it was, and like touring every day. We met a lot of people that we still talk to today. That happened during that big boom of New Bloom. Hey, that rhymes. Big boom of New Bloom.
Bruh.
Anyway.
Whoa! New era title. Whoa!
Like we put this on a timeline. This is the in between the middle. I as weird as it says, when Zolister joined, I would define that as the boom because Zolister started the trend of people from like different YouTubers. I mean, we had people like Anjo, and then we had people like Fashith, and I tell you, goes by Kuro now. We'll go Kuro.
Yeah.
Apollo's ban is somewhere in here.
Yeah.
Apollo and what's his name? Starts with an A2. What's his name?
Dude, so many people got banned. It was so much happened during that time.
He was childish. I forget what his name was.
Which-
Damn Seeker.
No, that Dawn Seeker was hilarious.
That was hilarious.
That was hilarious. I'm talking about. It was one of Linus's
Arlo.
friends. Yes, him. Yeah, he got banned too.
That
God.
guy is so weird. Like, holy cow.
It was like a situation where we had to flush out a lot of people who were causing problems, but at the same time, we had a system. We had a system of admins. I mean, we promoted people like Techno, and Ben got promoted around this time.
Oh yeah, and Jubal.
And Jubal. Yeah, Jubal is also promoted. We also promoted, I think,
Alyssa.
Alyssa was with us at that time, I think.
I think when I gave you guys the owner role to, then Alyssa got admin.
Yeah, and it was definitely a situation where we just finally, I felt like we had a system that worked and was working great.
Yeah.
Like that there was a peak in New Bloom where season 1 where I just felt like this was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And it was definitely like this is like I felt great. To me it felt great to get up in the morning and see what's going on with New Bloom. Will I have any tours today? Who's on?
I still have that now. It's like I still have such a routine. It's like, what am I gonna do for polls? Oh, what's happening in general chat?
Yeah.
Anything get posted in news? It's just so good.
it's a nice routine to have, especially with like, okay, you have a small community. At the time, it was a big community because there was a lot of people on.
It was.
And so I think I want to say I really enjoyed when Zolly started doing stuff with lore, that whole idea. When he started the forefront of it, I feel like. I mean, I know Rhoda was technically defined before Zolly, but it was definitely like
Zolly kind of just
I
incorporated role playing or like playing a character into like his daily SMP kind of
yeah.
vibe.
Yeah.
So it just started to take off, and other people were like, if this is normal and people aren't making fun of it, I guess I want to join in too.
To be honest, it was fun. I will.
It was
got
definitely fun.
It was tiring after a certain point to do it consistently and not have everyone on the same page. But I will say, it was a blast. And I think it's around this time where older players started not coming back because they didn't really have much to do, and newer players started not really like, they felt like, oh, there's so much, I don't know whether I can like expand, you know. And so Christmas time rolled around, and this is when I won't go into details. The majority of why we switched over to season 2 was because we just felt
Big
like
outcry.
there needed to be a change.
Yeah.
Because old players were losing interest, and new players were feeling overwhelmed, and so we moved to season 2 for that purpose. And I know there was a lot of the admin team at first was a little shaky about, was like definitely divided on season 2, but after we had that day where we worked on the Nether hub for season 2, everyone was on board.
Yeah.
It was definitely like a
Huge bonding. It just
yeah. Working on that floating island was just such a blast. I mean, working together. I mean, it was honestly just one of those great moments. And to me, season 2 is the lore season. Like, that's what it's defined as. It's the lore season.
Which definitely one day we're gonna have like a whole podcast just talking about that, because that's like, that deserves its own thing.
Yeah, it deserves its whole, like, I'm not even gonna talk at all about like what happened in lore. I just like, that deserves a whole thing to talk about, like our mindset on it all, and like
the whole thing.
And
yeah,
for me, I just didn't want to join in on that, really. It was just like I had stuff going on, and also it was like I didn't know what character. I also didn't have Mike.
Yeah.
So that was my Bedwars grind era too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely season 2 was mostly lore. I'm thinking back to why we swapped. I think the reason is so we were all getting excited for. We had made the plan to change over in summer when we thought the Caves and Cliffs update was coming out.
Was it that early?
Yeah, we were only doing it for like 6 months because we had saw the update coming and everyone was getting super excited for it. And then
there's no way. I thought it was like
it was so close. Like, if you look at the timeline, the season 2 timeline is very short.
We also forgot to mention New Bloom was also doing really well at that time because the pandemic was in full swing. Yeah. So everyone was home.
And I think at this point, it's 2021 when we hit season 2. So
yeah, it's 2021.
So school has started, I think, back up again. In terms of like, there's a hesitant push towards in person at this point, in time. But it was less active than, I will say season 2 was definitely less active than it was in season 1.
Oh, definitely.
100%. Because I think it was everyone, those who weren't in lore didn't want to do lore, so they just often would stay offline, and we kind of pushed to be like, don't be on when we're doing a lore stream, and that was definitely wrong in hindsight. Like, that felt so wrong, but it was just the mentality of like, we have to have this go perfect. We want to tell this good story. And then, but the plan was, we already planned an ending to lore for that season as well. But it was like, it was like Caves and Cliffs. We were gonna swap to Caves and Cliffs, and then Caves and Cliffs got delayed, and there was no way we weren't gonna swap over because everyone was getting ready for it. And so that's when I found the mod that had the different generation, and that's how season 3 happened. Was we still did it. We still did caves and cliffs, but not exactly.
Yeah.
It was like we had to figure something out, and that's when season 3 came along, and that's when we.
I think I helped try and find a world generation mod.
It was one of those hard things to find. You know, it's like it was such a hard thing to do.
It was just a plugin too. It wasn't even
It was a mod, yeah.
a mod.
Yeah, it was like it is actually a mod and a plugin, so it's like both, which is
yeah. So we were still able to log in with a vanilla account, not like going through Forge or anything. Because I remember that if it was a modded thing, then I don't think I would have played.
Yeah, yeah, no one really wanted to do modded. I think everyone was super against modded at the time, but this one was like a nice balance where we can get something fresh without feeling too modded.
That was the Mafia base 2.
Yeah, season 3 was another building season. Not a lot of event. No, that's not true. We had the arena built. That had some great arena events. That had some fun. But it was definitely that
was the skull, right?
That was the skull. Yeah.
The skull and the trees, and then it has the pyramid on the water.
Yeah, with everyone watching. That had a great time.
I like that.
Yeah, I loved that arena. I love the shots of that one that are somewhere in a folder in someone's computer, but
and the slicing of the cake, but
I love that story.
Oh my
Please
God.
tell the story. The cake slicing.
Oh my gosh. So it came time around September, so I started to plan it with Alyssa and a few others. I don't remember the few others. I'm not choosing to not name them. I just don't remember. I think Ben was in that too. It might have been all the admins, actually. I don't know. But I just started building cakes around spawn first, and then around your base, Icelandica. So then I don't know if there's events in between. I'll just skip to it. So came time when Alyssa and I decided I think the cake at spawn would look best at Spyro's base inside this domed area that's all flat. So I teleported to her and I said, oh, okay. And then I cut this was the first command. The first one that made me confident for the second one. I did / cut and then move the cake inside the dome that was already there to a separate location, teleport back to spawn. And I didn't realize that my position in World Edit was set at the castle. So when I did / position 1, I thought I don't know how I did. I think I didn't have a wand. I just did it in commands. So when I did / cut, suddenly everything froze. Everyone said, you guys seeing this slag spike too? Like my blocks aren't placing I'm not moving. And then the world crashed. And then we all thought, okay, I think because it crashed, it's probably going to roll back. So when we got back on, it was all gone, all the way to Icelandica, which was extremely far because the mountain biome was about like
-2000, about -2000 is about how far it was.
So if you can imagine a diamond or square formation from that location to spawn, like diagonally, all the way to -2000, -2000 to 0, about, because spawn was at 0. And that's a big area. And the reason I mentioned that the world crashed is that I could not undo it because I had lost I left the cave. So we had a backup command, which was what was it? Is core protect, and that was able to redo the world edit things. And we thought, okay, I'm just gonna keep trying to undo it, and it just kept crashing the server. Just kept doing undo, but there was nothing there. I think it saw there might be, but there was no chance. So eventually, we just said, we're running out of time. I gotta do it for core protect. So I had to do it with the help of Alyssa, like all that night. Go around and do / undo time and radius, and wait a few seconds. Go to the next chunk.
And
And it just
does it tell either of us? Because if you tell, think about it, it's like if you tell us, then that ruins the surprise.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
So we finally did it, and it was like, yay! Oh, thanks! This is such a surprise. And then we had to reveal the story.
I love that story so much. But yeah, it was like that was like the highlight of season 3 for me was the birthday celebration.
Yeah.
We also had the potato field, which was probably my biggest mega build until Mario Land.
That's true. The potato field was massive. God,
Big collaboration on that one. I think that was probably one of the biggest group projects. Oh, we also had the mining guild. We made like what looked like drill tunnels,
yes.
but in survival. So that was. I don't know why we did that.
The tunnel. It was the tunnel. You know. That's what it was, and it was great.
Dude, by that time
oh, we had also brought back the cathedral and stuff like that from season 1.
Yeah. Man, there's so many stuff. Like,
holy cow.
And then the big ban wave happened. The second second ban wave, X-raying. Like everyone started X-raying. Including Zolly. Like Zolly X-ray, I remember that was like I was so unbelievably mad. I started crying in the admin VC. I don't think even Zolly knows how much I was crying from that because I was like Zolly and Runes. No, I was just so upset because I like thought these people I trusted like did something that to me at the time was like that's like a breaking of my trust. Like like to me that just hurt. Like for so much, I don't even know why it hurt that much.
And Techno.
I think Techno too. Yeah, that one stung.
Yeah. Because that one, it was very much it was just like he's trying to fit in with the mafia group, which that was. Man, it's so weird. One of the biggest bases, like group base on the server, just got turned into a ghost town, and at that point, the entire server followed suit, and it was just
I think that ban wave to be solidified the beginning of the Dark Age in terms of like if we're going in ages, it solidified Dark Age.
The Dark Age of New Bloom.
3.5 / season 4 was probably like one of the least
I didn't even build anything. Like I legit picked a village and the only castle I built was the one that was for the goofy build-off thing we had.
Oh yeah, I remember that stream.
I remember like very little from 4. It was just like it was very much this is probably the end of the SMP era.
It was this is our life now kind of thing. It's like this is our life now and we just have to accept it.
Yeah.
And it was like no one wanted to because it just hurt to have like that we didn't want to accept it kind of feel. But yeah.
I forgot. I did a lot on I think I played a lot on every single season except for 2, but that was mainly because I didn't want to mess up anything on lore.
Yeah, it's such a wacky thing looking back.
I did build the reservoir on season 2. I think I've kept that consistency.
The reservoir
we had the plan for that. We were going to reveal like
we have to keep it. We have to keep for the other episode. Just so it was like we said I want to go in depth on like the actual lore of lore. like the deep cut stuff that like even the fans don't know about. I didn't even think we've talked about it extensively. I mean, the only time I've ever talked about it was on Captain's podcast.
And sometimes in VC, just small tidbits.
Yeah. I mean, I know we kind of talked about it when like it was like the last lore stream, like just like talking about like.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
But yeah, no.
So I think some secrets are are told, but yeah, keep it until the lore
Yeah.
explanation. What was it? I was gonna say something. I think I built a mega base on every single season.
Probably, yeah.
At this point, it has to be every single one.
Hawaii Cathedral Season 1, Season 2 Reservoir, Season 3 Potato Field, Season 3.5 I had something, I can't remember, Season 3.5
It was
right now.
like we ended.
We ended there.
New Bloom.
Remember? We ended New Bloom in that room.
Well, it wasn't a room.
Volcano.
It was like volcano. Yeah. It was...
Oh, there we go. I remember.
Which I didn't even see until like the last day.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was there until last day either. And that, honestly, to me,
Mushroom
that just
Island.
shows.
Oh, I was gonna do that. Yeah, the Volcano National Park area.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like a thing that I just didn't know existed, like until the day of. Like there were a lot of things I didn't.
I thought
know.
it was perfect. I found a mushroom island that massive. I had so much planned for it, but I just got so burnt out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely burned out at that point. We were all just doing this out of like, I think we had felt that it was we had to do this instead of we want to do this.
It became a job instead of a fun hangout
It wasn't
server.
fun. It's just, and that I think that's when.
Oh, I really
we
liked
made
enjoying.
decisions.
That's
I
when
liked enjoying.
Yeah.
I really liked building spawn though.
Yeah,
that was
Spawn
really fun.
I think honestly what we should do as just like a thing. All right, guys, let's pretend we're building a spawn for a new SMP.
Bruh.
And just sit and build for like a day.
Oh my
like
gosh.
like a goofy thing like that, because that was so fun when we would do that. Like I don't know why, that was the highlight of every beginning season. Is let's pick a style, let's build it, let's make it cool, let's make players excited.
I only helped with seasons 2. Like I
I
don't
do
think I
wanna
was there
bring
for anyone any other season. It was just season 2.
Bring something up. The latest thing that can I even? I want to save it for your next Frontier stream, but we brought back like some of our old ethics. I don't even know how you say it. It's like some of the tools that we used during the hack school days. Just looking at a reference photo and then building it.
Yeah.
It was so fun building that, and I'm hyping it up way too much by saying it, but like, holy cow, it was so
Wait, what are
much
you talking
fun.
about?
Stuff you don't know about, I assume.
Wait, you have another mega project on Frontiers?
No, I'm talking about the thing you and me did that long ass night.
We built the Mantis on Frontiers.
Holy cow, dude!
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep it a secret, and then
Me and Matt were building ships on Frontiers. The other
we
day.
were building the ship, and then
Which
with
you've done with
Create Mod, you're
Frontiers
able
is,
to.
I know I stream on there, and I usually on this channel I'm showing footage of it. I don't think on this video. I'm probably gonna show Hypixel.
Yeah.
Are you on Hypixel right now? Just
No,
watching it?
I'm sitting here. I'm not doing anything. Yeah.
Same for me. I'm playing with this Pez dispenser.
Yeah, and also, Matt, I think like this is like I'm doing the stream before this comes out, so you can still show the Mantis.
Oh, okay. I can still talk.
Yeah,
about it.
this is not going
Yeah,
up tomorrow.
It was just another one of those things that was like building the tree house and everything in those days. That was like based off the reference picture, and you try and match it as well as possible.
Yeah. I think we've all just grown as, like, this sounds stupid because it's not. We didn't grow up together. It's we grew up through a tough time for all of us. I feel.
For me, it was pretty
oh
much.
yeah.
It was you.
For me, it was pretty
for
much.
us,
like,
it wasn't.
Yeah. I'm like, by the time I came around, you guys were like, Dolph's like, what the fuck?
I know, you're like, dude, like, there's
guys,
like, oh,
I'm
who are
still
your
in high
friends?
school. I'm just getting into high school, guys. Come
I know,
on.
you're still in high school. We're both out of it. We're just like, hey, yo, there's our little brher right there.
I mean, yeah, I was still like
Little
middle
reveal.
school when I first like.
I know, that's so it's so bizarre. I know my mom got used to it after a small bit. She's like, okay, I think this makes sense. And it is a weird thing to talk about. It's like, oh yeah, this is my best friend. He's 16. It's like, what are you talking about?
Also,
like,
I think we went into New Bloom history a little bit too much instead of our history.
no, it is our history though. Like,
That's true.
I think it defined who we are and where we are. Like right now. I mean, it's kind of one of those things where if we all hop in call, it's just us laughing for hours.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely one of those things where it's like, yeah, you guys are my best friends. It's like it's not no hesitation on saying that at all. because it's like, yeah, we've grown through a lot together, and it's I wouldn't trade it because it's like that's just where we are right now. You know, it's
Yeah.
It's my life right now.
Nah, YouTube grinds my life.
I
You
know,
suck.
It's all of the
Come
YouTube
on.
grind.
Dude, for one episode on your Wheelhouse, we need to go over the Bloom incidents.
Oh
Like
god, each
just
one.
a small portion of the episode, because I don't think it'll fill the whole thing. Just going over the incidents that we know of.
The incidents.
There's so many.
There's so many. Make a list we gotta go through.
Oh,
Because
I-
the snowball one, the slice, and the
Oh
nuke
my
incident
God.
are like the only ones that I think we know of. Like, and the
There are
drill
some
incident.
that I
that's
haven't talked about, so that'd be interesting. There's one that only Alyssa knows about.
That's scary.
There's also one that happened when I was trying to get stuff for, I think it was stuff for lore, but it was, honestly, this might be why I think I've finally realized why we might not have season 2 saved. I think I remember why.
Oh,
Scary
we'll save that for
stories.
the next one.
I mean,
I think every single incident I've shared with you guys though, so I don't think there's any secret ones for me.
yeah,
I don't cause
honestly,
incidents.
yeah, because you don't admin.
The incident was the purge. You suck.
Me, I'm
Yeah,
listening to
that was
Presser
the
app.
incident.
That was your
Yeah,
incident.
That
I'm
was
gonna
your
remove
incident.
Press rep. What are you thinking?
Dude, I
What
wish
did
I
you think was
recorded
gonna happen?
like the call of you just like calling me and just immediately screaming at me. It was so funny. I'm like, dude.
I wish I was there to hear that. I wish
Toby,
I was
Weedy,
there.
and Christopher heard a different side of me that day.
Christopher wasn't there.
They,
Oh, not Christopher, Marbles.
Yeah, Christopher wasn't there.
they totally so just like we now have a new fear. Matt going rogue.
Marbles and Weedy were only there because I called them early because it was like the last day to work on Mario Land, I think.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Dude, like as soon as like you die and I try to enlist the press rep, like you're just gonna like come up from your grave.
Resurrect.
Yeah.
What do you mean when I die? Oh, you're dying first.
There's no way. You're so much older. You're gonna die of old age.
You guys
You're
are
gonna get
literally,
cancer,
like,
you're gonna, like-
less than 5 years apart. Like,
This guy keeps calling me senile.
No, wait, what? I've never called you senile. Now you're putting words in my mouth.
Like, I mean, just you calling me old. You're calling me
Oh,
old
yeah.
all day.
at least I
Different
haven't
word.
been called old that often. Remember when I used to be called
That was a
grandpa?
big thing. That is a part of
Yeah,
history.
that-
Oh
that
my
is-
gosh.
Nah,
Auntie
literally.
and Trick's age season 1. Everyone kept
No.
saying grandma.
Yeah, no, that
And the
that just
taxi
got
shit.
to where I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know why that got to me. It was definitely like a thing where I felt like I had a place to belong, but at the same time I was like, God, these people are a lot younger than me, but then they make a point out of it. I don't know, because at the time, it's like, I call it, I've coined it, not really coined it, probably someone has made this up before, but it's like, freshman year of college has such bad loneliness problems. Like, people just don't know how to make friends in college, genuinely. Because it's like...
That's a stereotype. I hear about that a lot.
But it's not, though. It's real. It's not just a stereotype. It's just like
Yeah.
an actual thing that happens.
No.
And it's like, even if you are like the most sociable person ever, you will get into college and you will find it so hard to keep people after class. Like, it's so difficult. Like, you can find someone to talk to, and then the next day it's like, oh, well, we just talked during class. It gets so difficult. And I just like finally found like at a consistent place where I could talk to friends and do things like that. And so it just felt like the people who I was with just didn't really like having me around, and so that like whole grandma stigma thing just got to me. I just didn't, I don't know. It was rough.
I know why we all went quiet. Anyways.
I don't know. Yeah,
Oh, I was replying to Captain.
I genuinely like looked over to my mic and I'm like, did I disconnect?
No,
like,
no, no. So
what
I'm
happened?
dozing off at the hour and 30-minute recording thing. I'm like, oh fuck.
You're like, oh god.
Longest episode. Let's go.
I mean, are you gonna like leave it uncut?
Yeah, do you think I have time to cut this up?
What are you doing with your life?
Editing. But
What?
not this. Editing.
What are you editing?
It's called the YouTube grind.
What are you editing? You have not talked about anything of what you're doing.
I've been,
You know.
on the YouTube grind.
Doing what?
Making videos, obviously. What else would I be doing on the YouTube grind?
You should have just read out
Getting views.
your channel description. Changing the YouTube scene one video at a time.
Nah, that's the old one.
Yeah, now you're the man, the myth, the wheel.
The man,
Whatever, I forgot.
Nah, now it's the one and only Minecraft legend Crimpy Wheel, master replay modern video editor, changed the game since 2015.
What, you changed it again?
Yes.
Changed it one more time?
Yeah. No, the man,
I like
the
myth,
myth, the wheel.
better.
No, I think that's like my Twitch or something.
The man, the myth,
I have
the
like
wheel?
different statuses like everywhere now. I don't know what, or not statuses, bios. I don't know what it is.
Something. I was proud of that one.
The man, yeah, no, that's I think my Twitch bio, if I believe.
Is it actually? I'm looking it up right now.
I think we have reached the
I think we have
end of history.
the end. Of
We have-
history.
we
nothing,
hit modern
nothing
day.
interesting. I mean, we had modern day. Well, yeah, we had modern day.
We ended off on season 3.5 or season 4.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I
And
thought we were
then
gonna
we
stop at
started
season
doing-
one.
Didn't even mention the island, but I
We
don't
started
think-
doing the island. We started doing the.
I mean, a lot of that's documented though on my channel or my
Yeah.
Twitch.
mean,
I think we covered all the stuff that was kind of unknown.
Yeah, because that's what I mostly want to do, just like document all that shit. I know I'll leave like a lot of like reference shit in like the description because I know like a lot of people have been like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Exactly.
Like I'm gonna like do that thing like at the beginning of the video. I'm like, hey guys, this is what
Just
we're
make a
talking
video.
about. I'll make like a prep video. Like, okay guys, you gotta prepare. Gotta prepare for the 1 hour
Do
and
your
30
homework.
minutes.
I expect notes on this.
Guys, do your homework.
Do your homework. You gotta make sure
Or,
you
like, at
understand
the
this
beginning-
conversation.
Oh my god. No, I want people like go back and watch older videos that Kirby made
Oh,
because
man,
like
a lot of them are gone.
you removed a lot of them, which sucks. You removed one of
Yeah,
my
that
favorites.
sucks.
that
I
just
know,
felt like
I
a
know.
natural-
I remember. I know exactly which one you're talking about. I thought about it when I enlisted. I'm like,
I know. I saw it and I was like, God, but I didn't want to say anything because I know you're trying to like help not
statistics.
revision, like,
It's all-
Redefine you.
what do you mean statistics?
It's all about the statistics. No, I did it because I didn't want the old videos being recommended versus like.
Yeah, and Marble
better
sent you
videos.
the funny
Yeah.
clip. Can I send Spyro that clip?
Yeah.
What?
Of Captain Sparkle saying, "Oh, hey, it's never good to like unlist like old videos because then you're just hiding your history." Oh my.
He's admiring Mr. Beast for not unlisting his older content now that he's shifted to like a newer,
Yeah.
more popular kind of editing style.
Yeah.
And he's saying that it's really brave of him, and it's like
Like,
I
you know,
think you should unlist everything.
no, that's
uh,
scary.
What do you mean? What do you mean it's scary?
It's. I mean, there's some things I'll never like put back to the public on my channel.
Habana song.
yeah, the
How
Tomb
about a
Raider
song?
shit you can leave.
Oh yeah,
off.
I'm saying I don't like no one care about the Tomb Raider thing. Shit.
Fortnite guides too. Not very
I have a
big of an
lot of like,
audience.
dude. I made like a shit ton of videos when I was younger.
Yeah.
I was going on my Xbox. I was like, okay, I gotta edit them on my Xbox. I don't know why Xbox had a video editing software, but I used it. I'm like, fuck iMovie. This is the shit.
You can see on my channel I just upload videos of my animals.
I mean, yeah, you didn't have to worry about editing.
I didn't do anything. It was just like
Which
I
honestly,
go
like,
and
I mean,
take a video on
it-
my phone.
Yeah,
And that's it.
well. Which, I mean, hey,
For
you-
what it was, it's just look at this 13-second clip of the alligator lizard eating,
Yeah.
and then boom, 7K views. It's like, huh? I gotta look at the statistics of that one. I don't normally have YouTube Studio open for obvious reasons, but
No, I check my YouTube Studio daily.
I don't know
I-
why you do.
It
That's
is- it
literally
is
an
my
addiction.
routine.
That's
As soon as I
physically what an
wake up,
addiction is.
I go
Dude,
straight to
don't-
YouTube
if you
Studios.
Don't check it. You're gonna be scratching your arms. You're gonna be like, I need my fill.
But
I need
literally,
to see how the
check it
video's
too.
doing.
I literally check it too. I'm like, oh my god, did Kirby gain any more subscribers? #1 Crippy supporter.
No,
Check
but
every
you
day.
go crazy because you think you go like video like, look, this you got more views. I'm like, oh yeah, I got like 1 view. It's like, yeah, exactly.
No,
I
you're
know,
the one that
because
talk
I'm
about going
excited
crazy.
for
For
you.
real. It's not normal to go every day like, oh, what was that? What was that?
No,
Like,
dude, I've
yeah, I
been
looked
watching
at
it when we've been talking. I've been like,
Oh my gosh, it's a problem.
it's
You're
the
an
numbers,
addict.
man. It's the numbers.
We need an intervention, dude.
Yeah,
Crippy, you're becoming too much like a certain somebody
it's the
who will
numbers.
remain nameless.
The numbers.
The numbers.
Oh my god, I need the numbers.
He needs to watch that number grow.
Dude, like I'm never taking drugs, so I know how to get addicted to them so fast.
You need to stop saying these things because it's gonna start building. It's gonna people are gonna take these things and go, okay.
Don't do drugs, kids. I'm not telling them to do drugs. I'm just saying I'll never do drugs.
I'm just saying that you need to stop saying like, oh my gosh.
Dude, I get addicted to too much shit.
I'm a very weird person.
Yeah, we know. Anyways, thank you
You
for watching the
shut up.
podcast. that's where I ended off on. I'm weird.
It just
yeah, I
shows
know.
with like how my grind ethic was on Haxicles and Minecraft in general.
Yeah.
Not. It's the grind set, you know. It's like
Yeah.
you can't blame Crippy for getting. Speaking of randomly, like,
Uh-huh.
what are you gonna do? Like, are you just fully committed to replay mod stuff?
Oh, that's a whole other conversation. I don't even know, man. That's a
We're gonna do that. This is gonna be
That's
next
a-
episode.
that's,
A whole other podcast.
that's a whole
episode.
other podcast.
We have a lot of setups in this podcast.
Dude, I got like a list of like 30 plus things.
I know there's stuff that I can't.
This
view.
was technically one of them.
You should show me. You should show me it and then have it so that I could say to Spyro, I've seen it.
I've seen
Because I
What?
know that I'm bugger.
I mean, I'd have to send multiple screenshots. I can't like send it all in one screenshot.
I
That's
know.
how many. Like,
Just send the document.
But I also want to
it's
look
not a
at them to
document. It's
say,
on like it's a notes app on my phone. Just so like
Oh.
to say like, hey,
whenever I
this one
think of
is
an idea, I'm
not
like,
very
oh, okay,
good.
let me quickly write that down on my phone because that's easier than like opening Google Docs and like
That's very true.
trying to find that.
Unless you have the
document.
Google Docs app, like me.
I mean, I do, but you know, notes is just more convenient.
That's true. It's more optimized for the phone too.
It is, yeah.
Google Docs is just like they just switched the code to work on phone and that's it. They didn't do anything to actually optimize typing
Yeah,
on the document. It's so bad.
exactly. Do we end it here?
I mean, you're the one who has the power. I mean, I can keep talking about this.
Matt,
I can
Matt,
also keep talking
how
about
do we do a
this.
podcast, Matt?
Thanks for watching the video.
Thanks.
I'm gonna see you all later.
We'll see you all
Oh,
next time.
we didn't bring up the meetups.
Oh
That
yeah,
happened
Sensei,
throughout-
we've met up
Oh.
multiple
Oh
times.
yeah.
I mean, on my channel,
The first one was like you and me at Downtown Disney. I don't know.
that
Me and
no,
Jimmy met
no, we met me.
Oh, there we go.
Me and
We-
With Sky.
first.
no, I never
No,
met Sky.
Sky.
That was only
I
Sparrow.
met Sky.
I said and with Sky.
He wasn't there.
I wasn't there.
No, I mean, no, Spyro
Oh,
met Crimpy
God,
and.
God, yeah,
There we go.
God. He.
yeah, Sparrow
he
disrespected
like-
the hat.
I did. I stole. That was the first
That
thing
was
I did.
pretty
I
funny.
stole his hat, and
now
that
it's,
is
now it's
like.
replaced because it was
Yeah.
too.
It was
was
too
just-
tarnished.
It was
Cooties.
too tarnished.
Ew, woman.
It was like, what the fuck?
You touched my
Nah,
sacred
that was.
item.
I hate that. That's the first interaction. I hate that I did that.
Dude, my dad
Like,
probably thought you're
that was-
weird.
I
As soon as
know.
that happened, I'm like, oh,
Probably still does at this point. I mean,
like, huh, okay.
no, both your parents probably think I'm weird.
But yeah, no, we like all first met up this year, like all
I know,
together in
like,
the same
all
time.
Together. We've all met before, but this was like the first time we've all been in the same place. You know, it's like
Yeah.
the other meetup was with Alyssa when it was her birthday, but the issue was so Kirby could only come one day, Matt could only come one day. I could go both days, so I was with both days with Alyssa. So the first day was Kirby, the second day was Matt. So
Yeah.
it was like a trade off. So. And then Kirby and Matt met up multiple times in between there. Because, fun fact, I don't live in the same state.
Yeah.
So it's a lot harder for me to come see them than it is for them to see each other. Because they're like, I think 40 minutes away? Ish.
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 Well, now if one of us gets docs, the other one's fucked. Let's go.
What do you mean? There's a range.
No, yeah,
40
no.
minutes-
40 minutes is a big range. No, yeah.
It is a big range. And
Also,
like anyone
can I-
knows you. Knows your age. Unbelievable.
Guys, his city is.
California.
He lives in Disneyland. He's in the castle. But yeah, no, I vlogged like us like all going there. It's on the YouTube channel now. The good old main channel.
I like that one.
Probably
That
one of my
video is
favorite videos.
The
of all
thumbnail
time.
has me doing the weirdest face smile ever.
No, it's great.
What do you mean? You always look like that.
You suck. You know that? You need to calm down.
We did the Mr. Beast thumbnail.
Dude, we need to do that. We need to do the Mr. Beast pose.
We did.
Before the meme dies.
Did that was the
Oh,
whole
you
thing
mean like
did.
the meme guy? No, I know what he means. Like the actual, like Mr. Beast.
Yeah, we need to do that. Like for a thumbnail shot one day.
Dude.
Chicken crispy 3.
It's still one of my favorite photos I have of you guys because it's like I have the photo of that being taken. Like that's
Yeah.
still one.
Oh yeah, that
That
was
trip.
good.
Like it was great. I think another one was Kirby putting to a wheel. Or like no, it was
No, it's me
Kirby
spinning a wheel.
spinning the wheel.
Yeah,
So I can like
yeah.
go back and forth and make a little animation of just you pushing the
Yeah.
wheel down. And then there's like you with 2 thumbs up.
Dude, that's just my iconic pose. I don't know what to do for photos.
I have you 2 grinning and pointing thumbs at each other. I went to parade. I have like Suave and Goofy. I think those are the main ones I had though.
What?
Do the Maui
Oh, the Maui.
the Maui picture is my favorite one you took.
No, hold on. Let me send this. I think when I say Suave and Goofy, Kirby doesn't know what I mean. This.
He just has his arms out.
Oh
and he
yeah,
looks
yeah,
so-
like
Yeah,
for the
and
parade,
then-
yeah.
And where's Maui? Let me find a picture of Maui so you can have that one. That one's
Dude, the
great.
Maui one is so good.
Yeah.
Like
But that was a crazy ass time.
that was great. I had a great time. My family considers it a disaster because it's my sister's birthday. She gets
I did feel bad for her.
a sinus
Oh, it's so bad they
infection.
canceled the fireworks. How do you cancel
oh
projections?
My God. I don't
How do
know.
you cancel projections?
I still was
It's
believe
hard.
that was happening.
That was so. I hate Disney for that.
Yeah, that I was so mad because I don't think I'm ever gonna have the chance to go back when it's still here. You know, that's the suckiest part for me is that was like the one chance we had, and it didn't happen, and that just makes me so mad. Because now I'll never be able to see the dragon again because I gave up seeing Phantasmic that night.
Let's
to
go, the
watch
dragon burned.
fireworks. Oh yeah.
Shut up.
Let's
Where's the
go.
Gizmo?
Murphy.
I mean, I don't really care for Disney shows too much, so yeah.
Thanks for naming it Murphy for all
I don't
the
know why you.
breaks.
I don't know why you hate the shows.
I don't know. I don't hate the shows. I don't like the crowd.
Oh,
That's true. You don't.
I don't like the crowds. I'm like I don't
just put on a blindfold.
like if it's in like a theater, like I'm fine with that because like everyone has their own space, whatever. But like I don't like just like all right, everyone get together, find a seat on the sidewalk or in the middle of the road. Go look, watch the fireworks.
Yeah, I
I
get
can't
what
see.
you
There's
mean.
too many people. Well, just look up. No, I'm too crowded. No, it's fine.
I never had really much of that fear because my dad always put me on his
No,
shoulder.
no, I didn't have fear. I'm just like, dude, like, I'm
Or
just
you know
tired.
what I mean. I keep using the wrong word, but like you know what I mean.
Yeah. I'm like, nah. They aren't my thing.
Yeah,
I'm good.
the Disney trip and the Halloween party are some of my favorites.
Oh yeah, we pretty much, it was me, Matt, Weedy, Christopher, Toby, and
Or Hermit.
and Kai. We all had like a Halloween party. I know we did one stream. I'll also link that. But
I loved watching that.
cause
Live.
we randomly.
Literally, I was grinning so much when that was happening. I'm like, oh my god.
Dude, I'm so surprised because everyone's able to fit my room. Like Toby was on my desk,
I
like Hermit was
know.
under my bed.
I
My
don't
bed
know-
is
I don't know
fucking.
how you planned that.
Matt was like in the closet.
Don't say it like that.
I think Kai was kind of like hunched like on my bed. I don't know where
Floor.
I
He
forgot
was
where
on the floor.
He was on the floor. Where's
He was on the
Weedy?
bed. On the bed.
Oh, Weedy was on the bed. Yeah, Weedy was on my bed.
Just to the side of the camera.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was chaos. That was a good
That
day.
was so funny.
I love when like they just appeared. Like when Toby pulled it from the desk, and it was just like
Yeah.
there. It was perfectly situated to where everyone was staged.
Yeah.
Inside
No,
the room,
we
right
planned it all.
outside. It
We
was
planned it in like a minute.
I was like, okay,
Oh,
okay, you're gonna hide them there, and
okay.
then once they're done, you're gonna come up and you're gonna do this thing. So everyone
Really,
has like,
we
everyone's
should've
like
fixed
their
the
own
order
little
a little
bits.
bit because we kind of put pressure on the last few people and they didn't know when to stop. That's kind of on us, but it's like,
Whatever. It was fun.
yeah, we could have just arranged it a little bit better. That's all I mean.
I mean, you did it in a few minutes, and it was still a party. So to me,
Yeah,
that was
no.
it was great,
And
honestly.
the parents like, what the fuck are you like? You guys doing in the hall? Because after then we were all just in the hall, we were all just like giggling, just like watching, and then someone had like the stream pulled on the phone. It's like, what the fuck? Like, hurry up! Like, we gotta get this show rolling. What is
Oh,
happening?
I was so surprised that my allergies weren't bad that day.
I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever been around you when your allergies are bad. I mean, you had that
Oh,
bloody
really?
nose once, but
Because he's
Yeah.
he's in his room dying from allergies.
You haven't.
Big death.
Neither of you have seen it when it's really bad.
no, yeah.
We've only heard about it.
Yeah.
We've never heard it. We just like read a text.
Yeah.
I also want to say just last thing, like Alyssa's been there the whole time. We just, I don't know how to put. It's just like we're not including her in the story. It's just that like we get the circumstances of why she can't get on sometimes,
Yeah. I mean, to
or
me, it's
to
like
the meetups. Besides her
she-
birthday.
Yeah, the birthday. She's also farther. It's I mean, I still love her. I love talking to her. We catch up every once in a while. We just have like these like 3 to 4 hour call sessions that just like get wildly out of hand. That just we keep talking.
Mhm.
And I keep saying hi to her.
Yeah. But yeah, she's got a whole situation going on in real life. I think she's still dating that one guy, but it's definitely like a thing where she's got a lot going on in real life. Not like we all don't. It's definitely just like she has a lot more, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like despite everything that I normally have going on, I still make time to just like, even if now sometimes I might be like, oh shoot, I've just been sitting on my ass in just my chair all day doing nothing. Let me just call the guys.
No, I'm like, fuck all the drama. I'm on the edit grind. I got time to think about that.
I call you like every time too. I just see you.
And then you
online, like,
distracted me. Matt, I got deadlines. What are you doing?
and I say Zelda.
Zelda.
Look, I got the memory. I'm like, that's cool, but I gotta get this stuff done. They're like, look.
And then Shannon just did the funny face.
Oh my god. Dude, you're obsessed with the game.
The game's so good.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I think that's everything. We're at modern day.
We're at
We're at modern day.
modern
I
day.
deal with you bitches every day.
Oh.
There were a few times when we almost fell apart.
What?
But we won't go over this.
What?
We did?
Yeah.
We did? Wait, what? When?
I don't remember.
I mean, I do know one part.
I don't.
I do. It was the part I skipped over.
I don't remember. Whatever.
Whatever.
It didn't happen. The Beatles didn't break up.
The Beatles
Then
didn't
neither
break
did
up.
we.
We're like the Beatles, guys. We can't.
The Beatles.
We're like the Beatles, but we don't break up.
Dude, you keep fueling the fire. He's never gonna stop that joke ever.
It's perfect.
I need to listen to Beatles songs.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Don't.
They probably have good songs.
There's
They're
three
just like
good
us.
ones. There's three. We
They
did
must have
three
good
good
songs.
things in our lives. That's it.
No, the Beatles probably have good songs. I think
They only have 3 good ones. The rest are trash.
no. Some I've heard. I think I kind of like, but I don't know.
And
the
that's
name
the
of them.
controversy. See you guys in the next one.
That's the controversy.
Gotta have one.
No, we're at the 2-hour mark. We're 8 minutes away. I mean, we've gotten this far.
Alright.
Yeah. All right.
We've gotten this
Anyway.
far.
Let's sing all of Oppressor.
Might as well
I
do
don't
the
break
2-hour
up.
special.
2 hours.
A 2-hour special featuring.
I'm the person don't mistake me for the person I have weeks ago.
It's a concert now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Scratch that. What next? We went to our mark. Grippy, think of it. Pull up a topic.
We've done the past. We've said some stuff for the present. What's the future?
What is the future?
This
We are winging it.
We are winging it. I blow up on YouTube, and then we are all
Yes.
chilling. That's the future.
That is the future.
And then I
together-
can't pay for rent, so
We're
me and
very
Matt move in
optimistic.
together, and we split rent.
That would be very cool.
And then Spiral goes successful and starts a new website.
And then like
a website is all
You
you're
start a
gonna
Choose
website, and you
cancer.
start a whole family, and me and Matt are
I
just
start
like,
a family.
and me and Matt are just like nothing changes, like the
we're
same
like
bickering.
bums on the floor, just playing Minecraft still. Just like
Oh yeah, these are like my bros. They sleep in the basement. All right, little Timmy. Beware, these are your new uncles.
you ring
You
the
wanna be in my
trash bell and
YouTube
we come out
video?
of the closet and go grab the trash from the table, and that's our way of paying you for rent.
Oh my god.
Also, surprised to think you'll actually think I can actually start a family.
Yeah,
Man.
no, that'll happen. And me and Matt were just
That'll
like
happen.
chilling.
That'll happen.
That'll
Okay,
happen.
you guys are gonna need to move.
We're gonna like get like an apartment. He'll sleep on the couch. I'll get the bed.
Oh, you suck. I'm gonna sleep on the floor. I'll put my mattress on the floor. I'll just be like,
You're out of spite. You're like, you know what? Fuck you. I'll make my
yeah,
situation.
I'm not sleeping on the couch. What are you talking about?
Would you guys just get a 1-bedroom and secretly share it?
No, what?
What?
No.
Like an apartment. Do you know how that works?
Oh, I know what
secret.
you mean.
Oh, yeah.
Not like
That's not it. No.
Yeah,
What do you
no.
think I was referring to? No,
That's kind of a weird implication. Like the wording was kind of.
To be fair, you guys haven't really gone apartment shopping, so you wouldn't know the terminology.
I know. Yeah.
Exactly.
How much is an apartment? Like a month.
In California,
We're going.
you're gonna
Oh,
die.
California.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to move if you want to live.
Matt, where do you want to go?
We could go
Eddie
to
Bird went there.
my old house. There's no one there right now.
To your old house?
Yeah.
But don't we still have to like pay for shit, like utilities and whatever?
Yeah, technically.
How much are utilities?
Depends how much you use.
Well,
That's true.
well, both of us are gonna be like putting up the electricity bill.
We can collect the rain. And
don't-
whatever rain we get.
You don't need running water or gas.
Yeah, you don't need. I mean, technically.
All we need is
you can get away-
electricity.
You can get away with not having gas stove.
I mean, I kind of
Oh.
fucked up like my family's stove. Like
Yeah.
my
get
sister
away-
turned it on tonight and it's set on fire again.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
And you recorded it for all the world to hear.
Happy 4th of July.
I mean, I kind of smelt it like, and we saw like the lights. I didn't like go crazy like how I put it on fire,
Mm-hmm.
but because like the flames were really just coming out of the oven, like it was a cartoon. I was living in a cartoon. Like there's smoke coming out the top, and it kept setting off the fire alarm. Like that damn fire alarm, so sensitive.
This is why you guys live in the closet and/or basement, because there's no stove in the fucking.
The flames erupting
I
from the
just
oven,
framed
and you turn to the camera with your face all charred.
Exactly. That's how we're gonna do it.
Yeah, we're definitely just basement dwellers. We're not touching the oven.
I know I could work that. It was my fault. I don't know what I did wrong.
I just give him an electric stove from this point forward. Do not get him anywhere near gas. Like and
Gas.
or saute. You cannot
And/or.
look at oil. What the hell?
No, I can work like the toaster ovens. I'm fine with the toaster oven. Just give me a
That's
toaster
not
oven.
an
That one's
oven.
very straightforward.
But I can do the toaster oven
You can turn a dial and then put it in the thing, and then you're like, boom, done.
because it just has like the hot like metal
Murphy's
bars,
gonna
right?
say, but Spyro, you forgot about preheating.
No. I got the fancy like toaster oven. Like literally, that's what my family uses now because we can't just use our oven because it'll set on fire.
Because you broke it.
Yeah,
I'm living off that too.
and our dishwasher broke. So we're-
Actually, that's not
What
true
is
at all.
happening with your family?
dude, our house is crazy right now. I'm like, sorry guys, I'm on the edit grade. Have fun.
Guys, will the edit right?
Guys, look, I'm gonna blow up. You gotta trust me.
You gotta trust me. When I blow up, everything's gonna be perfect.
You gotta trust me, you know.
I'll blow up,
It's not like there's that much competition.
I'll blow up, not the oven.
I'll blow up.
No, I believe it. You're like having steady growth.
Steady growth, you know.
Yeah.
We
When
got-
all else fails, Grippy Will, you can become an actor.
No, I cannot.
He could not. Look Crippy will dead in the eyes and tell him to act in front of a crowd of people.
You did good.
Well, it doesn't
there.
have to be in front of a crowd of people.
You become a voice actor?
Oh,
That could be a possibility.
that's a possibility.
You just need to practice like voices and inflections. I mean, to be fair, you didn't like in the short film. Some of the voice acting you did in that was really good. Like, seriously.
I mean, I kind of half-assed it. Not gonna lie, I'm like, dude, let's just get this shit done.
I mean, if that's you half-assing, then that's good for half-assing.
Because I'm like,
That's pretty good.
hey, you know, 24 hours kind of running short. I got the like, run it along.
Yeah, people are gonna think like, man, this guy probably didn't even stick to 24 hours, but you really did.
No,
You
I
had so
did.
much time left over.
I know the making fun of it kind of thing. It's like he probably didn't actually do it, but no, he did. He just fast. He panicked so bad he thought he was running low on time, so he just panicked.
I mean, like, I picked like the perfect size of like the video. I'm like, I don't know how I did that. I'm like,
And I
because I
also
kept warning
don't
like,
know
oh,
how-
it's too big, it's too big,
You get a lot of things just luckily and conveniently.
dude.
That's true.
It's a sign.
It's a sign that you're an editor. What? That's
No.
just skill.
No, it's a no, it's a sign for the blow up.
That's a sign for the blow up.
That's
a
the
sign. I
sign?
got lucky.
Look, here's my dog.
I don't
So
want him
true.
or her. I forgot
Her.
the gender of the dog.
It's a
Unbelievable.
her.
I'm sorry, it's hard to tell.
She's my professional lizard hunter.
Oh,
Yeah, she does a good job.
okay, we've hit the 2-hour mark.
Okay. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna eat wheat thins and play Zelda today.
What do you mean today? It's 10:40.
Oh, tonight. Hey, the night's still young.
No, it's not.
Yeah. I mean, middle-aged, baby.
Middle age.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm already close to middle age.
No, you aren't. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're just rounding everything up. It's like, oh, I'm almost 18. That means I'm almost 20. If I'm almost 20, that means I'm almost 30. If I'm almost 30, that means I'm almost 50.
And about that point, I might as well be dead. And if I'm dead, I might as well be reborn.
New podcast topic. Why I'm switching to Hinduism.
Okay, that's our ending. We'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Bye.
Goodbye. This one sucked. Watch some other ones.